CQ Hunter going against TE Survivors. We're going to be seeing the Goatman on Leo's memories, heading towards the middle where he'll be running into L-Confid. I don't know how to pronounce it. L-Confid, which is the magician. He's going to be going towards a shack and hiding behind it. Hunter hasn't quite spotted him out, but we'll be able to see the blood trails here. But he's going to try to mind game him or set up a cage, and he doesn't have to go through or past this wall. He's going to throw down a peeper to make sure that he's inside of the cage, to make sure that the survivor is inside of the cage. Going to utilize his illusion, is able to trick the Hunter for the time being, hiding behind the wall. Hunter goes through, he's going to hide right back. He's going to keep going back and forth inside of the wall. That may possibly confuse him. He was trying to get behind this pallet here, but the Hunter was pretty fast, so was able to get the first hit onto the survivor. Still 2 illusions left, so he can definitely kite a little longer. We're gonna have the cage coming up here, but before that we're gonna throw down a peeper to make sure this survivor is slowed down and inside of that cage. So I thought that was a chip hit, but no, he wasn't close enough, so it looks like he's gonna be caged for the first time. Going to utilize his illusion. Hunter sees the blood trails, goes through, he misses, and he's able to outlast this cage. We got a resentment being used up, still 1 illusion left to utilize. Ooh, wonderful hit onto the illusion. Is able to outlast another cage, and now he doesn't have a resentment, so now he can buy a little more time, and Cypher progress is looking pretty good. Wonderful pallet set on the side of this magician, but no items left, so it's looking like he's going to be going down pretty soon over here. Yo, he missed! And he's still okay, he's going to be finally going down. We have 1 Cypher machine completed. The remaining 2 Cyphers, not remaining, the other 2 Cypher machines are at 80% with a little bit of progress on the 4th Cypher machine. We see that Li Bao's coming in for the rescue as the first officer. But he also has 1 in order, so the Hunter knows he's coming, but he's going to utilize his pocket watch while he's close enough so that he can safely make it towards the chair. Hunter's trying to nullify the pocket watch effects. He was pretty far when he clicked on it again, so the after image is not very close, but oh, now it's going to be a little close. He's going to be taking a hit here and getting the rescue before half with Tide Turner. And a little bit of mind games at this pallet. Got 3 pallets to work with, so if he is caged, which he can be, Hunter has enough resentment, will be able to utilize his cage here at the corner. So wow, the corner cage is terrible because he can't go through on both sides. If it's like at least one side, he can go towards, the left, right, or top. But there's a corner. But there's a reason he died in the corner, is because they're waiting for the antiquarian to come in for the harassment. Wonderful flywheel, but gets hit because once again, you're in the corner. The Hunter definitely has more of an advantage at the corner, but it looks like, ooh, he's trying to get a hit onto the antiquarian to down her completely, so that, ooh, and he will be able to do so. So 2 survivors down. However, Cypher progress looking pretty good. They just need to finish up 1 of the Cypher machines, prime up the other, and come for the rescue. So was it worth the harass? I definitely think it was, because as long as they can just finish up that Cypher machine, but it looks like the Hunter will be pressuring it, and the antiquarian about 50% back health. That forces both survivors to come in for the rescue, so that means they won't be able to prime the other Cypher machine. And the survivor coming in is going to be Drop as the lucky guy. He has a flashlight to work with. Okay, we're gonna have the 4 Cypher machine completed. Now he needs to get this rescue, but let's be careful. Okay, he's gonna utilize the flashlight. Wonderful flywheel. Oh, and we got the antiquarian is back up. What, that was the antiquarian, right? Yes, it is. So lots of support here until the other survivor. Okay, he's priming it up. It's 90%. Hunter is kind of lost here. Kind of lost the magician, but will be able to find him eventually hiding behind the walls. He sees the blood trails, and we can see he has trump guard, so he can change from peepers to something else. Cypher machines popped. He doesn't have borrowed time, so Mao staying back, trying to harass a little bit more so the survivors can open up the exit gates, but needs to be careful here because Hunter does have detention and will be going down, so double down situation once again. Mao does not have self-heal because she just used it up, but the exit gates are open, so this is looking like a 2-man escape for the side of TE. Incredibly well done. Let's see. the thing is, she had to harass so they could open up both exit gates. Oh, they're both open. So they might actually go in for this rescue, but we don't have any Tide Turner. So yeah, they're just going to take the 2 escape. Yeah, so this is going to be the best of 5. I don't know if I mentioned it. So we'll see what the Hunter is able to do for the second half. Round 1, second half. We're gonna have the Goatman once again on Leo's memory. TE's Hunter going against FPX.ZQ survivors. He's heading towards the middle where he will be running into the first survivor. Well, there's 2 survivors that he could possibly run into, but no, he's gonna be heading back into the factory where he'll be running into Yuan as the magician. Same situation here. Looks like the Hunter will be going for the magician first, but in a little bit of a different location. He does see the blood trails of the survivor. If we can see, the Hunter's trait will be up in about 12 seconds. Just trying to position himself well before setting up his first cage. Ooh, he misses! He was trying to cut him off of that pallet so that it'll be harder and he'll be out in the open, but then he was already on the other side when he set up this cage. So we'll be able to take the hit onto the magician with that second cage. He's heading up stairs. Hunter is being very cautious here. He's going to drop down. Ooh, great patience on the side of the Hunter. Will be setting up his second cage. Oh, he misses again! But he is able to make another cage immediately because you use less resentment if you make another cage immediately after the first one. But outlasting this cage yet again. Wonderful illusion. Now he has no illusions left. He's at half health. He's in the open, and the basement is also here. So some of things are not looking so good. If we compare it to the first game, I believe they had 1 cipher machines completed and the other remaining 2 cipher machines are 80. For the situation here, we have 2 cipher machines, 80, 60, 80, 80, 60, 90. So we got 1 in order on the first officer who's already here. Wow, that's the exact same as the first game. We had the first officer coming for the rescue. He also had 1 in order. Anyways, it looks like he's already utilized his pocket watch. Hunter trying to get the rescue without any hit onto the first officer. But they're caged. That means he can help open up the cage though. So that works. The magician has been running in the opposite direction, so that allows the survivors to still be at full health. And he is able to double cage to get to this. Ooh, and is able to get the hit right away. Oh, I see. We also got an abnormal there. That's why we see such slow cipher progress. Second chair for the magician. If we look on the side of the survivors, they don't have any harassers like we did in the first half. So with that abnormal use, it's looking pretty good for the side of the Hunter. We got the pocket watch being used once again, but this time by the mind's eye, not mind's eye. Oh my goodness, that's the lucky guy. And lucky guy can't use the pocket watch as long as the first officer will be able to take the hit for the magician. So that's allowing the magician to kite or possibly rebound kite. But even if he doesn't, he does have Tide Turner available. Hunter's going to utilize this cage. Ooh, he's on the wrong side of the cage. Oh, I see what happened right there. So he caged him in the corner, so he was outside of the cage, but he couldn't really make it. He couldn't move because the cage was blocking him, so he was forced to break that cage. And we're gonna get a terror shock here, and finally downing the first survivor, sending him back towards the manor. 3 cipher machines completed, 4th primed, 5th at 23. So things are looking pretty good for the side of the survivors. It was an excellent rebound kite by the magician. He bought them the time that they needed to finish up the ciphers. So yeah, then if we just go back to that certain scenario, the magician has to break this cage in order for him to get out of that situation, but at the same time it's like it's gonna be a chip hit unless the Hunter quickly double cages. But then I don't think he had enough resentment, so that's why he just chip hit it. And it looks like the next chase is going to be the first officer. Will be able to take a hit right here, losing the mind game. Losing the mind game against this Goatman, is able to get the hit onto him while he's utilizing his pocket watch. So great prediction on the side of Ppei. Last cipher machine at 48%. Must be the one inside of factory. Ooh, it's gonna drop him down, teleport to the last cipher. And it's gonna be the puppeteer taking the next kite. Gonna utilize his puppet form. Hunter's gonna be patient and waiting till his puppet form disappears, it seems. And as soon as it disappears, he's gonna set up a cage. But he's gonna go right back into his puppet form. Now he's at half health. So continuously pressuring the survivor to use his form to just get hits, in a sense, in that way. He's gonna wait for this last puppet form to be utilized. He's gonna run to the pallet as his puppet form runs out, trying to use Daunted there. And it is able to take the hit here, I believe, but he was in his puppet form, and he's just playing mind games here at this pallet. Last cage for the side of the hunter because he doesn't have enough resentment. Wonderful pallet vault is able to prolong his life a little longer and then runs into the hunter. So loses the mind game of the cage and will be chaired for the first time. We got Lin coming in for the rescue. Oh, he has a stun gun ready. But the cipher machines are not primed. Hunter's gonna bring him closer to the next. So there's two last cipher machines. He's keeping the survivor in between both of them. Cage will be broken. Okay, he caged off Yihua. And we'll be able to chair the puppeteer. Going back to pressure the cipher machines. Probably have to clean up this pallet here for a future chase. Got a free backdoor rescue. Hunter back to pressuring the last cipher, is able to down the first officer, and it looks like the first officer was healed up by his teammate, which means he still has self-heal available for late game. Okay, one cipher machine near the factory, the other one near Christmas tree. Hunter's going to be dragging the first officer all the way to water tank. And looks like they're trying to prepare him for this rescue, but the cipher machine's not quite ready, so they have to stall a little more time here, maybe eat a hit. Okay, cipher machines are now primed. Endgame situation. We're going to utilize the stun gun and get the rescue. Why would we do that? Because the lucky guy does not have borrowed time, so he just needs to get a safe rescue. Ooh, is able to get the hit, and cipher machines popped. Endgame situation. I already said that. Aha, the cipher machines were not popped before. Ooh, great precision on the side of Goatman. Is able to bring the first officer to the chair for the second time. He has one resentment. And he has enough resentment for 2 cages now. And it looks like he needs to figure out where to go. Lucky guy used his bot to open up Moon Gate, but Hunter teleported, so Lucky guy is kind of caught before he can enter the exit gate. It's a possible 2-man elimination situation here. Needs to be careful, very careful, but isn't able to win the mind games. Will be going down here next to this open exit gate. Puppeteers running towards the first officer, trying to get the rescue off. But the problem is they have to get the rescue and they have to go in different directions. One person has to go towards Moon Gate, one person has to go and open up Christmas Tree Gate in case the hunter camps the gate and the chair. And it looks like the hunter is walking right in between them, heading more towards factory. Oh, unable to, okay, he has tinnitus, so he knows someone's coming in for the rescue. They're both coming in for the rescue. Hunter spots Yihua, but he doesn't want the survivors to get a free rescue, especially when he has detention, because he can get an easy down. Ooh, and he runs into the survivor, so Stian will be taking the kite as the puppeteer. He can tank one detention hit. Now he can't tank a detention hit. Will be able to go down, and that's another survivor down. Yihua trying to get the backdoor escape, but the hunter knows where he is because tinnitus is being triggered. Is able to cage him. And Hunter has a lot of resentment now, so first survivor sent back to the manor. This is a possible 4-man elimination. If he can down the survivor fast enough and is able to down him. Okay, the puppeteer is able to heal up. Will he be able to escape? No, he won't. And now the puppeteer is running for his life. He's hiding towards the wall corners because the basement is, not the basement, the dungeon is also here. Hunter is going to be dropping the first officer. First officer still has self-healing. Okay, so it looks like he's just gonna chair him, which is gonna have the dungeon open. It's still a win for the side of TE because of the points, the number of survivors eliminated. Okay, he's trying to cut off him. Oh, but he cut off himself. And that would be a 3-man elimination for the side of TE Hunter. FPX.ZQ Hunter going against LT Survivors. LT? Who is LT? TE Survivors. We're gonna have the Peddler and Arms factory. Inside a factory, the basement is also inside a factory. All the survivors are moving out and away. You can see Hunter is gonna be going to the middle where Drop has rotated out of as the prisoner. Most likely the survivor taking the first kite because they have the full kiting build with no borrowed time. So Hunter so far has one Vine, now has the wall absorption, so he has a chip damage. Ooh, it looks like he's winning the mind games here, tricking the Hunter, and the Hunter just noticed the blood trails of the survivor. Ooh, it looks like she's also going to be pushing Li Bao out of the Cypher machine, away from the Cypher machine, and is closing in onto the prisoner. Still a lot of distance though, and a lot of pallets here to work with. Ooh, Mind Games finally running into the survivor and is close enough. Ooh, he's gonna walk right through, utilize his little zap. Okay, got the chip damage. You're gonna wait it out. Flywheel makes it pass, but now the wall is hollow through. There's a passage, so there isn't much he can do here. So he needs to just transition away from this area. We got Metal Affinity, Mineral Affinity, and we got the Vine coming in for the grab. Isn't able to grab the survivor, but closing the distance. He's heading in the opposite direction in which the Vine is absorbing. Okay, we got a nice wall absorption here. These walls are so amazing, like right next to the window. So if he dares to go for that window vault, he's gonna walk right through and just terror shock. So first survivor down. As we can see, Cypher progress is a little scattered between the 4. Because most likely, I'm guessing the prisoner, yeah, he did connect the Cypher machine, so that's going to help separate the progress. And because of audience effect, it's actually very useful for the ciphers to be spread out. That way they don't have to go the distance. And it looks like we're going to get a full hit onto the mercenary. So a double down situation is very likely. And the Hunter is back concentrating onto the prisoner. Prisoner is going to leave this area so the mercenary can have lots of distance and still be safe, and he's heading back inside of Shack. We also did see that the factory had the basement, so definitely do not run in the direction of the factory. Going to be going down here as Ty Turner runs out, and will be chaired for the second time. We see one cipher is completed, second one is primed. Maom is the closest survivor, most likely coming in for the rescue. Gonna get a wall absorption here, clean up some pallets, make it hard for the rebound kite, and for them to decode the cipher machine. Next time they try to decode the cipher machine, there's not going to have that pallet there. He's going to be just taking a hit here and getting the rescue before he expires with Ty Turner. Gotta get that airbag push to give the prisoner a little more time. Okay, finally got the zap back. Ooh. And he's out in the open, so we'll just be eating this hit. If they can, let's see, they don't have any harassers though, and he also doesn't have borrowed time, so there's no way to keep him alive a little bit longer, which is kind of unfortunate because they have so much cipher progress. Like the 4th cipher machine is basically done, the last cipher machine 75, so if they had some kind of harasser, that would have been a different game. That would have been a different situation where they could keep the prisoner alive for a little bit longer and then prime up that last cipher machine, keep the Hunter occupied and stuff. But you know, because this is the best of 5, you have to pick and choose which characters will go first, which will go second, and you have to be kind of thinking of the later rounds while you make the first picks. So it's much different from best of 3s. Best of 3s, you're going to pick the best characters, strongest characters, but in the best of 5, it's like you have to first win with the characters you have, So it looks like the hunter will be going towards corner walls where Maom is currently at, half health, and the only full health survivor is the Acrobat. They're starting a new Cypher machine since this one is being guarded heavily by the Peddler. Not sure if he should commit all the way to this survivor. He's going to utilize his Vine to try and catch this survivor. Isn't able to do it, so it's cancelled. Staying nearby. Still pallet left to utilize. Has 2 chip damages, now has a Vine. She's going to utilize the Vine to try to catch him off guard and is able to finally get this survivor stunned. Will be able to down him for the first time. Cypher Machine is not quite ready, but they will be ready when he gets chaired for the first time. We already have a survivor coming in for the potential rescue. We have Tinnitus being triggered, and it's going to be El Confit. And all 3 survivors do have bar time, so they will be able to get back up for the endgame situation. Gonna be able to take the immediate hit. Cypher Machine's pop. We got the firebomb onto the hunter immediately, disabling her abilities, allowing the survivors to get some distance. And the hunter is back onto the fire investigator. He got the Vine, was able to vault in time, canceling the Vine, has to vault one more time. Ooh, so many combinations here. We got the wall absorption and the chip, so he has forced out into the triple pallets here, and then Hunter was able to down him because he wasn't able to quite make it far enough. The issue right now is that the water tank exit gate is not quite open, but it does look like it'll be open in time. We have Warp will be up, and it looks like she's going to utilize her Vine instead, and the 2 survivors are out, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of TE. Round 2, second half, we're going to have the TE Hunter going against the FPX.ZQ survivors. We're going to have the Cueist coming in here, the latest addition, Hunter addition into the tournament. And it looks like he wasn't able to see or just ignored the survivor that was onto his left, and he's going straight to the middle where he will not be running into anyone quite yet, but we can see Lin is working on that water tank area going towards the corner walls. Hunter's going to be slowly making his way towards those walls, and it looks like he is going to commit onto this novelist. Okay, he's going to start setting up his contact points, and we'll be going straight through them so that he can just vault through that window without having to actually vault through this window. Trying to mind game here, forcing him towards the pallet area. Oh, we're going to get a swap here. Interesting. Makes it to the window. Going to go back into his ball form and make another contact point to try and catch him nearby. Let's see, he needs to still charge up the next book. It doesn't have enough distance. Flywheels! But the hunter was a little patient and hit afterwards, so we're going to get the first injury onto this survivor. And he's made it to the pallets here, and Hunter's going to be leaving out of his ball form after he has closed the distance against the survivor as he's breaking this pallet. He's like, oh! He's out in the open, he's trying to swap, and Excitement will be able to take the survivor down for the first time. We can see Cypher progress. One Cypher machine will be primed. 50, 80, 19. We got the Wildling coming in for the rescue immediately all on his boar. Hunter cleaning up the pallets here, so making it harder for them to rebound Kite. And we can see that Lin actually does have the full kiting build, which is knee-jerk reflex and flywheel, so no borrow time, is able to take the hit here and get the rescue onto this novelist. Hunter is going to utilize the kidnapping, I don't know what that's called, the teleporting, I'll look it up later. Gonna go back into his ball form, make another no, he's gonna leave his ball form. Well, he's already going down, so it looks like Lin is gonna be going down in the corner here, where he may have a little more options, and the survivors may have to travel quite a distance to get for this rescue. Stian is coming in for the rescue as the meteorologist. Okay, we're gonna have the hunter trying to lock the ciphers. Not quite sure. A little bit of a... We're gonna have the hit onto this. Meteorologist is able to get the rescue once again with Tide Turner getting ready for a push. Hunter could just utilize his, the contact points, make a path, and try to close the distance here, and gets a hit onto the Novelist. I was pretty sure that was a body block, but I guess not. Okay, we're gonna have her kidnapping. Oh, Hunter utilizes. I think he was expecting the wind push, but she actually used the cloud to get away from this Hunter. So good decision making on the side of this meteorologist. Third chair for Lin. Hunter is ignoring him for the time being, and he's going to be going into his ball form and looking for this survivor. He's not able to find him. Okay, he is hiding behind this wall. Looks like he finally did notice him, so we're going to have him returning to the manor as the first survivor. Fourth Cypher Machine will be finished real soon, and the last Cypher Machine still at 19%. We see the survivors are healing up all the way at the factory area. Hunter's going to try and go over there in his ball form. Doesn't see the survivors quite yet. He's going to go back and come out of his ball form, because then he has to go all the way back from the starting point. And it looks like he's going to be going for Yihua. We have him. Is that? I don't think the ciphers are locked over there. The contact points are a little far. Okay, finally at 37%. It looks like he was walking away from that. Yeah, okay, new contact points towards that cipher machine. May have to close this cipher off so that it can reduce the progress. Okay, I think that's what he did. He did close his contact points. And the next chase will be the meteorologist. All survivors at full health. They are starting an additional cipher machine. And he's going to utilize the... Ooh, wonderful wind push by the meteorologist. Okay, he's going to go back, make a contact point, waiting till she throws down the pallet, and is able to get the vault. Staying alive for a little bit longer. Actually buying so much time right here. Wasn't able to get the hit either. Also throwing down this pallet. Oh, finally we'll be able to kidnap her and drop her right in front of him, so he can finally get a hit onto the survivor. But cipher machines are primed. End game situation. She doesn't have borrow time, so they're gonna have to pop before or wait till she gets chaired, go for that rescue. But more likely they're just gonna have to pop this early as soon as possible. Yep, and they're gonna be, vaulting right into the Hunter. Oh, she gets the double vault right in front of his face. He needs to start utilizing his contact points here for the kidnapping. Is going to be able to do so, breaking this pallet, dropping her in front of him, and will be able to down her for the first time. Exit gates are being opened. It's 100%. Wildling's opening it up, and he's going to ride on his board and escort his other teammate, is what seems to be the situation here. And the Acrobat has just arrived, so that's a 2-man escape for the side of ZQ survivors. ZQ Hunter going against T survivors. It's going to be the Gamekeeper on Ever Sleeping Town, spawned at the graveyard area. Gonna be throwing down a trap here so that any of triple vault here. I think there might have been a misclick. Will be utilizing his hook to close the distance, and he will be running into the first survivor as the Enchantress. He's gonna leave this area because he sees that she's already rotated out. And that triple wooden wall area is very bad for survivors because he can just hook you very easily. It's a very straight, narrow area. So they're just going to leave this area, even though she did have that pallet thrown down. And we're going to have the first mini stun. Now he's trying to make his way towards the... It looks like he missed his rocket. We do see the Priestess Portal trying to help her out here, but Hunter will be breaking it. That allows her to have some time to move out. Has these double pallets here. It needs to mind game and transition back inside of the walls here, where she has to be very careful. Is going to get a little stun. Nice sidestep to be able to survive. She doesn't want to risk the terror shock, so she's going to take a hit here and transition out once again. So trying to continuously move out of sight so that she does not get hooked. Have double pallets here, and we're gonna get the assistance of the Weeping Clown and his rocket, taking her away, far away from this Hunter and taking her all the way towards a fake gate area where she'll have more things to work with. Hunter gets a free hit onto the Weeping Clown, and one cipher has been completed, but the remaining 3 cipher machines a little low. We're gonna have the Priestess portal here once again. Hunter forced to break it if he doesn't want to allow the Enchantress to get too far away. Ooh, we're gonna utilize the warp to close the distance immediately. We got a little mini stun here, and the hook coming in. Nice sidestep flywheel, and is able to make it to this pallet. Is able to finally hook this survivor and down her for the first time. We have progress on all 4 last cipher machines, but they really need to start priming them up. This is her first chair, and she has a triple stack stun, so a rebound kite may be possible, but the Hunter will be breaking this pallet, both of them in this area, so she may have to transition in a different area. And it looks like survivors also spent time healing up the Weeping Clown so he can come in for this rescue. We saw here to use 2 rockets, and he has 1 left to utilize. Is able to hook this survivor. Being very patient here. Ooh, we got the portal from the Priestess. Gonna be taking a hit for her. They're gonna get that rescue and the rocket hit. That's gonna allow the Enchantress to make it through both portals all the way to the middle of the map. Making her way back inside of Graveyard. The Priestess is body blocking for this Enchantress because she's gonna be out in the open. Now she's gonna hide on the edge area now, but there's nothing she can do. Ooh, wonderful sidestep on the side of this Enchantress, trying to make her way to this pallet, and it looks like she is able to make it. She's gonna have to use her triple. Ooh, that was close. But nice vault. Hunter's going to be placing a trap there, so now she can't really utilize this area. So the Priestess is coming in for the help. She may eat the trap. Nope. Looks like they're just going to body block for a little while. Triple stun for the side of this Enchantress. And we're going to finally get the hook, and we'll be able to... Oh, get the mini stun! And then we're going to get that down onto her for the second time. Second chair. We can't see Cypher progress is looking incredibly good, but the basement is in the Graveyard area. And it does look like Dongshen wants to chair her down. They're making things a lot more difficult for the side of the survivors. However, they do have a Priestess, and she does have a portal ready, but if he's waiting outside, he's going to be able to see her approach, and that rescue is going to be incredibly difficult. 3 ciphers completed, 4th cipher machine at 87, and the 5th cipher machine at 43%. Looks like El Comfit is going to be coming in for the rescue as the Aeroplanist. Okay, no tinnitus being triggered. Last cipher machine 53. Hunter's just leaving, and they're not able to get that rescue. So it looks like they're going to be starting a new cipher machine because the Hunter will be placing a lot of traps at this 53% cipher. Now looking for a next target, but doesn't want to leave this area just in case they have someone working on getting rid of the traps. Hunter is going to be spotting drop. The Priestess, 2 portals left to utilize. She can go back and forth here. There's no basement, so she'll be relatively safe. However, the last cipher machine is progressing quite well already at 60-70%. Good job spinning, but now this pallet is gone, so the Hunter will be able to catch up. She's going to utilize the portal to escape for now, double portal, but the Hunter is way too close to her. She is able to make it to the pallets, but okay, no, she's not. Will be going down for the first time. Cipher machine popped. Endgame situation. Exit gates are already being opened up by Li Bao. Warp is up and ready. And it looks like he's going to change to teleport and go straight for the exit gate. We'll be able to hook the Weeping Clown. Wonderful usage of the perfume. Is able to avoid the hook and the immediate down, which is allowing the survivors to get to the opposite exit gate and start working on that. Drop is currently opening it up. And we can see that the Aeroplanist is heading towards the opposite gate. Now that now that teleportation was used, we'll be able to hook him, being very careful in case he has a flywheel, and we'll be able to down the survivor for the first time, chairing him, but the exit gates are open, so that's a 2-man escape for the side of TE survivors. Hunter going against FPX.ZQ survivors. So apparently FPX is like the sponsor name and ZQ is actual team name. So that's why I have to keep saying ZQ, but for some reason I want to keep saying the full name. And it looks like the hunter will be going after the fire investigator, gonna get rid of the airbag immediately to slowly dwindle down his resources and so that he can't loop back into this area and reuse the airbag. Hunter is going to try to cut him off here, leaving him out in the open. Does still make it to this pallet just in time. Wonderful usage of the airbag to push the hunter away and be able to safely make it to this pallet. We have a triple pallet here to work with, and especially against a fast hunter like this, you may have to just start dropping all those pallets. We'll be able to take the hit while dropping this pallet, which we see a lot of survivors do against Opera Singer. He's made it to corner house, no basement here, so he is safe to go here without having the pressure on the teammates to have to rescue in basement. He's gonna go all the way around with no items left. Hunter's gonna dash, blink, and down the first survivor. You can't help but get a pretty fast down on the side of the hunter because it is the opera singer. We're going to have the cipher machines at 70, 60, 60. We got the prisoner. He can finish up any of the ciphers around the map. Thankfully, he wasn't chased first this time, which means he's going to really help pry up cipher machines and pop them from a long distance. We got the Gravekeeper already coming in for the rescue. And it looks like he's going to be able to get out of his shovel, take the normal hit, and get the rescue before half with Ty Turner, as Along will be transitioning out away from the corner house, seeing that all the pallets there are destroyed. So a rebound kite is looking incredibly hard, but at the same time going to this corner also doesn't help all that well, because then you'll be chaired in the far corner away from everyone and the rebound kite will still be hard. However, there are those two pallets on the edge that he can utilize. We can see one cipher machine completed, second one at 98, third one at 84, and the fourth one at 16%, and the last cipher machine currently being started. Gonna clean up some pallets in the area. Stian's coming in for the rescue as the Antiquarian. If the hunter gets close, you can just stun her. Ooh, but it looks like she's gonna take the hit and get that rescue. Now she needs to stay alive and support. Wonderful stun. Ooh, and unfortunately a down on the side of the survivors. Not sure if they have enough cipher machine progress at the moment. Not much distance for this fire investigator. Looks like he's going to be taking a hit here out in the open. First survivor sent back to the manor with the Antiquarian down. So survivors have to be a little careful here because they haven't quite finished the fourth cipher machine and the fifth one is lacking. The Gravekeeper, on the other hand, has 2 shovels left. Okay, the Antiquarian was able to heal up, so he did buy enough time for her. And it looks like Hunter will be going after Yuan, the prisoner. So he needs to make sure to have the cipher machines connected for the possible endgame situation. We'll be able to break this pallet. Has one more pallet to work with. Way too close is going to be waiting out the flywheel and then getting the hit onto the survivor. So 3 survivors up and running, but they're all at half health. Antiquarian doesn't have self-healing, and Blink will be able to down the second, well, it's downing the third survivor, but chairing the second survivor. The basement is also in this area, and that looks like a good choice for the side of the TE Hunter. Last cipher machine, however, is being worked on, so it does look like it will be primed and ready. Gravekeeper can use his shovel to make it to the basement and prepare for the endgame situation, but the problem is the prisoner does not have not Ty Turner. Well, obviously he doesn't have Ty Turner, but he doesn't have borrowed time. So that means the Gravekeeper has to eat the hit for him, which is going to be quite difficult. Okay, ooh, down the Gravekeeper a little too far away from the chair. He's able to get the rescue, but we have a remnant waiting for them on the top floor. It looks like they're just going to try to hide behind this corner. Is able to get the snap. Gravekeeper is that's gonna give enough room for the Gravekeeper to get inside of this shovel. Hunter is going to try and do this drop down hit. Gravekeeper is trying to body block for the prisoner, and we can see Antiquarians almost opened up that exit gate. 60%. We're gonna have the Gravekeeper was able to escape from the basement. And Hunter's just leaving for the Gravekeeper, is able to grave down this Gravekeeper, and now Yuan's still stuck in the basement, so they're trying to force the Hunter to wait in the basement. But that's a 3-man elimination, giving T the win for round number 3. T already has the win for round number 1, so T is up 2 points and 0 points for CQ at the moment. Well, they have a tie, but a draw. Round 4 first half. Right now, TE has 2 round wins and a draw, and so in order for ZQ to continue on to round 5, they have to get a win this round. Anything less is so even if they get a tie for round 4, they will still be losing this matchup. A lot of pressure on Dongshen here. It looks like the first chase is going to be the Enchantress, already leeched and getting hit by the main body follower, so the leech is still up and running. Needs to be careful of getting the sandwich situation, but she is the psychologist, so she can actually take 3 hits, so at least she can get a leech hit here. Didn't get that pallet stun, but she needs to force a leech hit here so that it will buy more time for the teammates. Okay, she's avoiding the sandwich situation by transitioning all the way to 4th stop, or around 4th stop, but it will be taking a hit here because she's out in the open. She has made it to this pallet, and the followers are cleaning up the pallets in the meantime. One more hit and she's down, preferably a leech hit. She's transitioning all the way to the... we got the body block by the main body, and we'll be able to finally down the survivor. Not a single leech hit so far, so that means that the main body can leech another follower, another survivor, so then she'll have a much more cipher progress and 2 leeches up and running. But thankfully on the side of the survivors, they do have an escapologist, so even if the hunter is like bombarding the chair with lots of leeches, they can just relocate it, and in this instance he is going to utilize his ability and relocate her to a closer area where there's still a pallet to work with, and the wall with the double pallet and window is also nearby, the middle wallish area next to the broken carousel, which is a very good area for a possible rebound kite. But it doesn't look like the hunter has re-leeched any of the survivors, so I guess he just gets to save on time in having to like re-leech and then down the survivor. We got the escapologist utilizing his smoke screen to make it towards the chair. No, he's staying behind we got a leech here onto the escapologist. Now he's making his way towards the chair. He's gonna utilize his smoke or mist. Escape back. What was it called? I don't remember. But it looks like he was able to get the rescue before she expires. Tide Turner available, but it looks like she's just going to go down here at the corner. Misdirection. It's called misdirection. First survivor sent back to the manor. Cipher progress looking pretty good here. We have 2 finished, 1 primed, the 3rd one at 80, and the 3rd one has been completed, and the 4th one at 80, and the last one only at 5%. Was able to keep the hunter on one side of the map the entire time, which means most likely all the cipher machines on the opposite side of the map only has like 1 left or so. Looks like the hunter will be going after the escapologist. Still has 1 more smoke screen to work with, while one of the followers are going towards the cipher machine next to the tent walls, ruins. Got the blink hit right onto the cheerleader against main body hit again, so the leech is still up and running. Injuries are starting to stack up. 2 followers, 1 main follower, so 3 followers all around the map. Going to utilize her encourage and utilize that speed boost to make it to the pallet. Only full health survivor is Li Bao, the L Confid. Li Bao is injured. They're throwing on both these pallets here. Being a wonderful flywheel. Avoids the hit so far. And the hunter is catching up. Oh, was able to dodge that somehow. Lots of mind games here. Walking back towards the hunter and kind of doing a lot of back step, front step. Try to. Oh, we got the abnormal. Middle cipher taken down all the way to 58%. Hunter will be leeching the patient for the first time and bringing the cheerleader to the chair near the cipher machine to guard it even heavier. Then, ooh, we got the struggle, but the immediate down right away. And it looks like she's going to be slowly taking her towards the chair. Alconfid's leech is following him around, giving him a hard time. He cannot eat a hit because then no one can really come in for this rescue. So he's going to utilize his hook to gain some distance. Li Bao trying to finish up this cipher. We're going to get a re-leech onto the cheerleader. They're waiting to see if she's going to get up, but it doesn't look like she will be utilizing her self-heal quite yet. Looking for a better opportunity to do so. Oh dear, it's going to be the basement chair for the T survivor. Meanwhile, cipher machines are progressing quite well. We got another abnormal. 80% cipher machine, back down to 50%. Very good strategy for this Dream Witch. Problem is, no one can really come in for this rescue. It's so risky. They don't have enough ciphers. And it looks like she's going to be leeching the escapologist, utilizing his smoke screen. He's going to buy himself some time to get out of here. Nobody is going towards the basement. We saw that the patient is still decoding. Okay, they're going to be able to finally pop the fourth cipher machine. Okay. Last cipher machine. He needs to kite long enough for the last cipher. He's just looping this area and it's working because there's only one follower. We got another abnormal, third abnormal, so it's not as much, only like 20% off that cipher. Escapologist still up and running, looping. Yeah, so all three cipher machines, all three last cipher machines are on this side of this map because the psychologist was kiting on this side the whole time. We're gonna get a re-leeching onto the patient. He only has one hook left, so he has to be careful and possibly get another item. Okay, got a lot of distance away from his leech. He's gonna probably want to de-leech himself. Well, the escapologist is trying to heal himself up and get back up. It's not blink, so they all know it's abnormal. So he's safe to make that fault, make it to the pallet. And it looks like the main body follower is bringing her follower to sandwich the patient. Flywheel made it to the try to get a pallet stun there, but it looks like he'll just be taking the leech in instead. Main body now at 2-story with her follower, her main body follower is nearby the escapologist, but now she needs to re-leech the patient. While patient's looking for an item on the box, now that the escapologist has a lot of distance away from the hunter, he is going to be getting up and trying to decode a cipher machine. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. It's very scary to have all three ciphers here because then the Dream Witch has way too much mobility. She has lots of leeches, so it's going to be really easy for her to keep tabs on all the cipher machine. Another abnormal here, only 10% this time, around 10%. And another one with the main body, and Hunter's going to be finally able to re-leech the escapologist. So it looks like the patient was able to find a magician's illusion stick. Okay, they're just going to play the long game here, but seeing that they're both at half health on this big map with a very small possibility to be able to prime up that cipher machine. Ooh, we got crows, that's right. Since you're so far away from the cipher machines, you need to at least be able to tap them, but he's on the other side because he's looking for... A syringe would have been the best option for the patient, and right now the main body follower is just following it, so it's really hard to open up chest boxes and get that syringe. If you got the syringe, you wouldn't have crows because you'd be healing yourself, and that would count as being active. We'll be able to get the down onto this survivor. It was the most likely scenario. Right now, all the hunter has to do is down this escapologist because he doesn't have any self-heal. We already have a leech on the patient, and it looks like it's going to be dragging the patient all the way to this half of the map to make the journey across the map much easier for the main body. Has seen the blood trails of this escapologist. I'm going to be dropping down. Ooh, already brought him towards the middle cipher machine. Now that the patient is on this side, it looks like the escapologist is trying to go to the other side of the map to try and pull the hunter's concentration, stretch the hunter's resources across the map, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case because both survivors are down, and that's a 4-man elimination for ZQ. Round 4, second half. For the side of T Hunter, if he can get a 4-man elimination, they can finish the game in round 4. If they get anything less than a 4-man elimination, they will be going to round number 5. We're going to have the GameKeeper on Moonlit River Park, and he is going for the first chase, which is the aeroplanist, Long. We'll be taking an immediate hit here at this pallet, but he is able to gain a lot of distance, and he has his jetpacks ready to use. Hunter's trait will be up in 15 seconds. Making his way to the double pallets next to first stop. Is able to get him. Ooh, but we got the jetpack saving him and allowing him to make it to the opposite side of the platform. Wonderful use of the upward propel. Now the hunter has caught up once again here at the pallets. Ooh, we're going to utilize the warp to try and close the distance, and is able to flywheel to avoid the hook. Wonderful job on the side of this aeroplanist. He's utilizing his rocket to make it up onto the roller coaster. Is able to ride the roller coaster, so he'll be taking a nice ride with the hunter to second stop, seeing that the button was not pressed. Waiting for the hunter to make a move and utilizing his jetpack to make it right to the pallets. Ooh, he misses his hook and is able to survive for a little longer. Was a little worried in the beginning when he got that initial first hit pretty quickly here at the pallet, but he's definitely making up for it and kiting. Almost 3 cipher machines are primed at this point. Ooh, is able to confuse him a little, but will eventually be able to finally down this survivor. 99, 99, and 88% on the cipher progress. Right next to Yihua, who is the mercenary, can come in for the rescue. He has one in order, but I'm not sure if it's okay because Hunter can place traps at the entrance. And the hunter now knows exactly where this mercenary is, so he will be placing the traps in the appropriate locations. Yeah, looks like the wanted order will not be disappearing, so that means he just needs to start making his move inside of the building. Yep, placing a trap here at the one of the exits. Ooh, it looks like it's going to have to be an after-half rescue. For the side of ZQ survivors, they may sell if they just need to get that 1-man escape, and right now the cipher progress is looking incredibly good. One in order has finally run out, and it looks like the mercenary is not going to go for this rescue, so they're going to sell and they're going to try to get that 1-man escape so they can finally get a round win. Ooh, he got a clutch rescue! Oh my goodness. Wow, wonderful job on the side of this mercenary, and the hunter already used teleport, so it will be wasting way too much time if he goes back and tries to get the down onto the aeroplanist. On top of that, that also means the hunter's not here, so the aeroplanist is going to get healed, he's going to get items, and he's going to restock so that he will be able to kite either again or he'll just be able to leave. And it looks like the next hit is going to be landing onto the cheerleader, who has rechargeable items. She's utilized both of her speed boosts and inspire. Hunter's going to be waiting at this pallet. Ooh, is able to get the terror shock with that hook. Bring her to the chair for the first time. The issue is he needs to hurry up and find this aeroplanist. And at this moment, we can see the aeroplanist is still not healed up. And the mercenary is coming for the rescue. The one in order is no longer on the mercenary. It is on the coordinator. So the hunter won't be able to see where this mercenary is coming from. I'm going to be setting up the traps again. Last Cypher machine is primed. So things are suddenly looking incredibly good for the ZQ survivors in this. Oh, they're just going to pop the Cypher machine. End game situation. 3 people up and running. 1 person chaired. I think the mercenary is looking for a backdoor rescue. And the hunter has just left completely to stop the exit gates from being opened up. Mercenary, wonderful backdoor rescue once again. Hunter preparing to down these survivors. Nice elbow pad right out of the basement. Cheerleader still waiting inside. It looks like the hunter will be able to run into this cheerleader. Exit gates open, so already the coordinator is out, and that's a round win for ZQ round 4. We'll be able to chair the cheerleader. Ooh, but the opposite exit gate is still not open and teleport is up. He needs to catch the survivors midway. And it looks like he's going to be able to, sidestep that hook. Long is going back to the first stop exit gate and he's opening up 50%. Yuhua is waiting for the opportunity to utilize this dungeon here. Or make his way all the way to the exit gate, which is possible because he has an elbow pad. But the problem is how quickly can the hunter catch up with his hook. Okay, gonna utilize his hook. Opposite exit gates also open. He's gonna utilize his elbow pad, hiding behind the walls. Hunter's gonna use teleport. Okay, he's gonna stop. He's gonna, utilize the stun by the coordinator, allowing a 3-man escape for the side of ZQ. ZQ Hunter going against TE survivors. We're going to have the Hullabaloo on the red church. Same conditions apply, but now to determine who wins. First of all, ZQ has to get the round win, and the total points have to be more. We have nothing to compare to because this is the first round, but a lot of pressure on ZQ's side to be able to get as much points possible and also the round win. His first chase is going to be the coordinator. Doing a very good job hiding behind these pallets. Hunter just waiting for his cooldown on double surprise. Be breaking this pallet, cleaning up these areas, and that might force the survivors to leave this area if there's no pallets and nothing. Ooh, gonna hide behind the wall. He misses his stun gun. Will be able to get the injury onto the survivor for the first time. However, Cypher Machine's progress is going great. And she's trying to transition away. Hunter gonna jump right over the wall, stopping her from making it to this pallet. There is still yet another pallet here to work with. She does have knee-jerk reflex, so she will have to use that to her advantage. In this double surprise is waiting for her once again. Ooh, who's hiding in the corner? Trying to avoid but the double surprise once again when he relocates his clone is able to finally snipe her and chair her for the first time. Cypher Machines, one is primed and finished, the other one is 80 and 70, so not too bad. Li Bao coming in for the rescue as the patient. Drop has also left her Cypher Machine because she completed it. Okay, the hunter's gonna utilize his trapeze. We got the hook on the patient, is able to get a clean rescue, no damage, but hunter is gonna utilize double surprise to land the damage onto this patient and going back to down. Oh no, he was a double down. Oh, what? He lost track of the coordinator. Oh dear. Okay, it looks like he's not going to change targets. He still wants to find this coordinator. Confit coming in here for the support. Finally see the blood trails of this coordinator. Is going to be able to go after her once again with Warp. We're going to close the distance. She's out in the open, has one pallet here to utilize. She's going to utilize Trapeze. Mind games at this pallet, is able to land the white bomb on her. So far, red bomb on her next. Needs to avoid the black zone, but isn't able to do so. Will be going down for the first time. But we did see the forward was up and running, but it doesn't look like he's coming in for the harass. Died next to drop the Pharaoh Lady. Not the best rescuer because she is very slow, but if she can take a hit, she can still get a rescue. Right. We got the forward hiding nearby as well. 3 Cypher machines completed. The 4th one at 79, 5th one at 61%. I think he's going to be coming in for the rescue soon. He does have Tide Turner, so that will buy them a lot of time. That'll actually buy them enough time to prime up both Cyphers. Except the problem is that she died next to the Cypher machine, so it's going to be kind of challenging to finish up this Cypher in front of the Hunter's face. He's going to get an immediate hit onto the coordinator. What the forward here has to do is now harass to save her. But Cypher machines are prime, so this is already the endgame situation. Things are looking incredibly good for TE survivors. They're going to pop the Cypher machine well, not everyone, but she has borrowed time, is able to get the hit onto her with the double, not the hit onto her, well, now the hit onto her, but before just the colored bombs. But it's looking like a 3-man escape on the side of TE, so things are looking incredibly great here. Okay, 70%. Malm sent back to the manor. Hunter has his trade in 3 seconds, but not quite there. Oh, and that's a 3-man escape for the side of TE. Warp is just up. Round 5, second half on the side of ZQ survivors. In order to win, they have to get a 4-man escape. Anything less than a 4-man escape is a win to TE. We're going to see Ppei on the Naiad. Red Church, first survivor he's going to be going after is going to be Long as the aeroplanist. That upward propel is going to help get out of the areas of humidity, the puddles of this Naiad. She's just going to make a huge puddle all the way around the very strong pallet area over there at walls, so that he is forced to get out of that area completely. Now he's going to go to the outside of the puddle that's furthest away from this hunter and utilize this one pallet. And at the opportune moment, at the exact right moment, oh, now that he's in the corner, Naiad is going to flood out the corner. He's going to recall the spear here, so he's forced to use upward propel and make it out of that edge, the edge of the map. Now he's able to transition back inside because this humidity there is gone. Is going to utilize Blink and get the first hit onto the survivor. Remember, on the side of TE Hunter, he's just looking for a 1-man elimination. But he needs to make sure he gets that 1-man elimination, right? So, going to be watering down this entire window area, so we can't continuously loop it. He's forced to use yet another jetpack to avoid the humidity. And the spear is up again. Can't wait too long here at this pallet because the hunter is going to recall her spear. Now transitioning back inside the middle wall area, has one pallet here to work with and is going to try and get the humidity and is able to down him for the first time. However, Cypher progress looking pretty good. We had one completed, one at 90 and the other one at 80. So it looks like it'll be 3 prime Cyphers by the time someone comes in for this rescue. We have a lot of support on the side of the survivors. We have the Prospector and the Weeping Clown. And also the cheerleader. She uses her cheers and inspire. Ooh, it looks like she's going to be the first survivor coming in for the rescue. Has Tide Turner. All 4 survivors have Tide Turner because it's incredibly important that they get the rescues with Tide Turner and possibly get a pop. Ooh, we got a double support here. We had the what's his name? Prospector coming in here with a stun to help her get that rescue, although she got an immediate hit right onto the airplanist regardless. Now it looks like she wants to add a little more damage onto the survivors. Oh, another magnet here pulling the hunter far away from this airplanist, but airplanist is going to be going down regardless because he has been hit. But it looks like they want to relocate the airplanist to a better area. Ooh, we got the stun by the rocket Weeping Clown. is able to still down the airplanist immediately. However, a lot of support on all three survivors. Ooh, another stun. He's trying to get the body block and is not able to do so. Great precision on the side of Ppei. They are doing a lot of support, but they also need to make sure that they're finishing up the cipher machines. And right now, second chair, 3 ciphers are basically completed. They're trying to finish up the last 2 cipher machines, both at 20%. Hunter is going to utilize a spear to water down the area near the chair. We got one more rocket on the side of the Weeping Clown, which is most likely coming in for the rescue, trying to get the 100% humidity. Got a backdoor rescue, and it looks like they're going to be kiting some more. Double support system here is not able to get the hit onto the... When was he injured? Oh, we got a hit onto the Weeping Clown with the humidity. Oh, avoids the blink with his rocket. And we got another magnet onto this Hunter. The only person decoding is the Weeping Clown. Wonderful support. We got another magnet push by the Prospector. Long all by himself, hiding behind this wall. Hunter is going to water down this area. Cheerleader coming back in order to help. Oh, and the Terror Shock is finally able to down the survivor for the 3rd and final time. If he is chaired, it is a loss for ZQ, so they have to do everything in their power. But no more magnets, 1 rocket left, but he's too far away, and that's the one-man elimination that TE needed. So T will be moving up, and I don't know what really I think ZQ is eliminated, but we're not sure. We'll see the chart, the tournament map, the thing where it shows you the, what's it called? Roster. No. Anyways, Hunter will be able to chair the Prospector for the first time. 4th cipher machine completed. Last cipher machine with progress spread out a little too much. The rescue seems like it's going to be quite challenging, seeing that the survivors are all injured. They may have to get the after-half rescue after the cipher machine is primed. Okay, we see Yiwa trying to make a backdoor rescue, hiding at the edge of this map, but the Hunter has found him, seeing the spear is in his direction. He's waiting around here. Hunter is trying to decide where she's going to recall her spear, is able to do so. Yihua staying out of the watered zone. Another arrow sphere thrown. He's going to utilize his rocket. Oh, she misses her swim and is able to make it to the chair. She hasn't recalled her thing yet, so her spear yet. Sorry, thing. And is able to get that rescue with Ty-Turner, but Hunter is going to be getting a hit onto the Weeping Clown. Cipher machines are primed, and it's going to be popping very soon, but needs to wait till the Ty-Turner runs out because he was hit twice. So he's going to vault. They're going to pop the cipher machines. 3 survivors up and running, all at half health. Thankfully, she went after the Weeping Clown who had borrowed time, so he could get back up, but he's also out of items. We have Tian, who has 2 magnets left to utilize, so maybe, not sure, because she needs to stop the exit gates from being opening. So if she needs to chase anyone, it has to be at one of the exit gates. It's going to utilize Blink and down the survivor. Dungeon is also in this area, but it doesn't look like the survivors will be able to get it. And so she will be able to chair the Prospector for the 2nd time. Actually, no, he was after half rescue, so he's going to be going back to the manor. They're opening up that exit gate. It's at 90%, so it does look like it's going to be open in time, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of ZQ, but congratulations to TE for moving up. Game 1, first half, we have WBG Hunter going against GRC survivors. I saw GR and then AC, and then for some reason I said GRC. We got the Goatman going for AK as the first survivor. He is the magician. Very versatile character. He's going to utilize his illusions once he is caged. Looks like he was caged and he has a pallet here to work with. That's going to allow him to break this cage. That's going to have to wait for more resentment to set up a new cage, and we'll be able to take a chip hit here right away. We have him. He did pick up a scale, so if he can just get the timing correct, he could last a little bit longer. Oh, I thought he was going to go upstairs, but he's just going to loop this area. Still has a pallet here to work with. Ooh, outside of the house. Swings, he's not there. Going to utilize the illusion. Get some more distance. Struggling. Ooh, outlasting yet another cage, but a cage is available. Taking a chip hit here. He's at half damage, so we'll be able to go down to a cage hit. Looks like he's already dropped down. Has quite a lot of distance. Still 2 illusions left to utilize. Going to utilize this area and go right back into the hunter's cottage and the upstairs. Hunter can't really make a cage until he knows where the survivor is. Is not able to cage a survivor, allowing him to wait to drop down. Hunter's going to drop down, go right through, try to avoid the hunter. Still 2 illusions left. Ooh, he got the blink, but he misses an illusion. He outlasts yet another cage. Back upstairs, dropped right back down. Hunter still trying to catch up. 2 Cypher Machines completed. 3rd Cypher Machine primed. 4th Cypher Machine 7, but looks like, okay, waiting at this pallet. There's no way the hunter wouldn't know where you were, but maybe he was planning on using maybe a possible illusion. Ooh, waiting for the hunter. As soon as the hunter goes through, you're going to utilize the illusion and has a pallet waiting for him as soon as the cage is finished. He's going to utilize another cage. Goodness, he's buying so much time. He's still alive. No items left. Half health. It looks like this is not going to be the end. Not anytime soon. Okay, now flywheel. Okay, finally downing the first survivor. 3 Cypher Machines completed. 4th Cypher Machine at 47. 5th Cypher Machine 37. Additional Cypher Machine at 27. Incredibly amazing kite for this magician. He literally used everything. His flywheel. I don't know if he uses scales. I just know he picked up the scales. It looks like Hunter will be going for AC, trying to pressure the Cypher Machines. You don't want to allow them to get that free backdoor rescue. It seems like he's just buying more time on the chair instead. That chair progress is not moving at all. Magician, not magician. It's Professor taking the kite. Got the free backdoor rescue. Hunter's gonna go back to down this magician. AK hiding behind the logs. Hunter does not see... Okay, actually he does see the blood trails of the magician, so it looks like he'll be back on him. But look at the ciphers. 4 ciphers completed. AK also does have borrowed time. It looks like he's just going to take a hit here and go down. Last cipher machine, 80%, so they're going to be setting up for the end game situation. Heart coming in for the rescue. AC priming up that cipher machine, and the remaining survivor, Red, going towards the exit gate. Oh, he's going to chair him right next to the last cipher. So we're going to go for an immediate rescue. And as soon as he's hit, the ciphers will finish. Looks like he got hit. Oh, and they passed him a elbow pad. Okay, looks like, oh, Hunter's going to be changing targets to AC. He doesn't want to deal with him anymore, and unfortunately doesn't get the scales, and we'll be able to down him immediately. First chair. Exit gates are being opened on both sides. AK hiding in the middle. Hunter walking right towards him. Does he know? Looks like he's going to be able to elbow pad, but he is caged, and that means he has to... Ooh, wonderful elbow pad. Ah! Wonderful pallet stun. He needs to last long enough. Ooh, he misses the blink again, but it will eventually hit him. They need to wait till AC will be able to get up. It's 70%. We're going to block out one of the survivors, and we'll be cheering the survivor for the final time. AC has gotten back up, but the question is, will he be able to make it to the exit gate? Both are open, but he's in the middle, so he's going to have to travel quite a distance. The dungeon is not over there. No tinnitus. So now the hunter has lost track of this professor. That's going to allow the professor to make it all the way to the... Okay, maybe not. Okay, hunter. Okay, he gets tinnitus. He's going to set up a cage. He's outside of the cage. He's running outside of the cage. Hunter's gonna catch up. Detention is still up. He's gonna make a double cage here. Needs to go through and break the cage. No, we got the scale. Being very patient here. No scale left. We'll be going down. Second down. They're just gonna leave. They're gonna take the two-man escape. GR's Hunter going against WBG Survivors. This is the first round, second half. He's heading towards the middle where he'll be running into the first survivor. Oh, Persica off to the left. We got someone in the middle, but he keeps changing the angle, so I can't see. It looks like Persica is going to be taking the first kite as the archer. So similarly to when I was talking about IVL, when the hunter goes against archer, he needs to be careful when he gets the laceration and he goes through the cage. That is going to spike up. That laceration is going to spike up. So she's just going to be waiting for him. Ooh, and we'll be able to land the arrow and stun him for the first cage. Second cage up will be taking a hit immediately. Still has a lot of items left to utilize. 3 arrows. Will be breaking this pellet immediately. Getting ready to set up his next cage. Got some laceration on him, but there's a little thing in the front, so I can't see how much. Wonderful flywheel, and the laceration takes effect, allowing her to make it to this pellet. Ooh, but really close here. Ooh, gets a pellet stun, but he gets the chip damage while utilizing his first item, his ability, Excitement. Okay, been caged again. Oh, and is not able to utilize her item and will be going down for the first time. We can see Cypher Machines 80, 70, 60. If we're comparing it to the first half they were able to finish up 3 Cyphers. But they still got 2-man escape, so it's still possible. It was long enough. The average 80, 70, 60 kites, so it looks like they will be able to prime up 2 Cypher Machines before they come in for this rescue, and it looks like he is going to rescue her, not take any damage, immediate hit right onto the archer, but it has Tide Turner, so he'll have a lot of time, but the issue here is we do not want a double down situation. Ooh, takes a hit, he didn't utilize his puppet form, and that is a 75% damage on the side of the puppeteer. Archer will be going to the far corner to die, to try and buy a little more time. 1 Cypher Machine has been completed, second one primed. They're starting up their 4th Cypher Machine and will be taking Persica to the chair for the second time. Okay, we'll be able to... we got Huey with wanted order as the... Ooh, and looks like he wants some more. He's trying to get a hit on down to the puppeteer. They're going to be able to get that free backdoor rescue as the knight. And the hunter needs to catch up. His resentment is building up, and he will be ready real soon. They're waiting behind the hunter's cottage. It looks like they're going to be double kiting, so that if... So the hunter wants to down the archer. So what does the knight do when he gets caged? They're gonna most likely be caged together because they're sticking to each other like glue. We're gonna get a pallet stun here. Excitement's ready, but it looks like he's going to wait for a more perfect moment to utilize it because he does have trump card. So when they're both caged, we're gonna have the support by him. Ooh, excitement's up, and we'll be able to down the survivor for the 3rd and final time, returning the first survivor back to the manor. However, first half they were only able to get a tie, which is a 2-man escape, which is still possible with 3 survivors up and running for the end game situation with only half health on the extra puppeteer. Coating, feeding to Nidus. Looks like he's going to be taking the kite. Okay, got some predictions. Gets the second prediction right, first one wrong. Is able to get chip hit onto this hunter survivor. Fourth Cypher Machine 87, last Cypher Machine 50. Gonna be able to cage him again. Flywheel avoids getting hit, has one pallet here to work with, hiding behind this pallet. 2 predictions, got it right, and gets the second prediction wrong. Will be able to take a hit. Only a chip damage, so he's still at half health. Fourth Cypher Machine completed, last Cypher Machine 50. Is able to get a hit and finally down the survivor with his cage. Got Goker working on that corner Cypher Machine in the Toxic Lake area, and Hunter is going to be bringing the Knight as close as possible to this survivor. 70, last Cypher Machine 70. And Hunter will be utilizing a double cage and is able to get the hit onto the puppeteer, but he was in his puppet form, so it looks like they'll be able to get that backdoor rescue, and he will be continuously pressuring this last Cypher. And that's why they always have an extra one, but Coker needs to buy as much time as possible. Trying to make his way towards the second story, dropping down, going back up the stairs. Oh, it looks like he miscalculated the trajectory. We'll be able to down him and Charon for the first time. Last Cypher Machine at a new location at around 70%. Oh, we have Huey already waiting inside of the basement. Ooh. Question is that Cypher going to be... Is the Hunter going to notice him? He's not going to notice him. So they're going to prime and get a free rescue. The crowd is going wild. I feel like GR's Hunter is going to be like, why is everyone screaming? Oh, he's hiding behind the chair. Hunter finally sees him. They're going to get the rescue. Endgame situation. Cypher Machine's prime. They're going to go right through. He's going up the stairs. He's going to be cut off. Caged off. Oh, he needs to go through. And now he's at the stairs. Okay, a little bit of back and forth. Oh, Cypher's already popped. It's an endgame situation. 3 survivors up and running. Goker needs to stay alive as long as possible because the exit gates are not any close to being opened up. Excitement's back up and trump card, which means teleport. But it was a before half rescue. He's going to be teleporting to the exit gate, which the Knight is currently working on. They're going to have to go for this backdoor rescue because if they can't get the 2-man escape... Oh, but the Knight is going to go down. He has a lot of resentment, and Hui is just pushing the exit gate, so they're going for a 1-man escape. If they can't, they don't want to risk too much, right? So it looks like he's just going to take the 1 escape. Giving the round win to GR. WBG Hunter going against GR Survivors. We're going to have the Peddler on Red Church going towards Graveyard, where he will be running into the first survivor, Embalmer. We've seen that he dropped down his coffin nearby. Now he's going to be heading towards the opposite side of the map, inside of Church, where he can get a little bit of a window boost. And yes, because he does have knee-jerk reflex. Gonna be going out the other way around since the Hunter is inside of the building. Hunter just absorbing the wall, going right through and utilizing the vines to get the first hit onto the survivor with the chip. Wonderful combination. We've seen Peddlers do an incredibly good job with it. The vine grabs, we get the chip and then the normal damage as well. So no attack recovery in the beginning, so all the damage keeps building up. We're going to have him make it all the way towards the opposite corner, so did travel quite the distance, is able to throw down this pallet and go right through, but the Hunter can catch up incredibly quickly. Not much distance will be going down here for the first time. However, the coffin is ready. Hunter will be bringing him as close as possible towards his coffin. No, maybe not. We got one at order on Heart, who can definitely come in for this rescue. Hunter's gonna have another absorption, so there's 2 chips ready and waiting for the mercenary. Ooh, Cypher progress not looking the best, but we'll see how well they get this rescue. One more chip damage waiting for him, is able to get the damage and the hit on both of them. So they got the chip damage on both Red and Heart, and then the normal hit onto the Mercenary. Is able to flywheel the Vine, but the Hunter's going to still be able to catch up to the Survivor. He's kind of out in the open, but he does have enough distance, so he can make it to the pallet. Nope, he's going to go straight through because there's much more pallets here. Hunter absorbing the wall, closing the distance, downing him for the second time. He may have to use his coffin this time, seeing that Heart is injured. The Survivor is closest to him. And he will be resurrecting at the... Ooh, Hunter going to utilize her ability Warp and will be waiting for him as soon as he resurrects. And one in order once again on the Mercenary. Hunter is going to get a stun here ready, but was able to throw down this pallet and make that window vault chip damage onto the Embalmer. Throwing down this pallet, Hunter absorbing that area right away and is able to down him for the final time. He will be returning to the manor, but because he rescued himself, that meant 3 survivors were still decoding during that time. Seeing the Cypher progress has progressed quite well. We have the 3rd Cypher machine completed, 4th one 75, and the last one at 60%. Next kite will be AK as the aeroplanist. Going to use the Vine, and he's going to utilize upward propel to create distance, and was able to make it through that pallet. Hunter's going to be absorbing the wall here and walking right through as he's making his way towards the red carpet area. The dungeon is in that far corner. Ooh, and Cypher machines. It looks like we're going to have it primed and ready. We got a chip damage here. Managed to avoid it. We're going to absorb this wall, and we'll be able to take the first hit. 4th Cypher machine completed. Last Cypher machine 75. AK seems to have noticed the dungeon, so he may be kiting around here for the ending time. Isn't able to grab onto the Survivor. Walking around this pallet, chip damage waiting for him, is able to land. Why is that 75% Cypher not? Okay, looks like AC finally arrived towards the... Kite is getting very excited, is going to utilize his jetpack, his last item. So now he's out of items. Cypher machines are primed. Endgame situation, is able to down him with the chip damage, which means no attack recovery. So they're going to have someone come in for the rescue. And then they're going to pop the Cypher machine to have a better chance towards the end. We'll be cheering him at the red carpet chair. Immediate rescue, hit onto AK. Cypher machines popped, endgame situation. Crowd is getting very excited, and it looks like he's going to be kiting. Ooh, did not take that window vault, and Hunter will be absorbing this wall. He has a pallet here to work with, but he's stuck in this corner, and it looks like he will most likely go down here. Exit gates, however, are being opened up at red carpet. Hunter is going to absorb the wall and walk right through. That's the nice thing about Peddler, is you can corner her, but she'll just make a passage, and the exit gate is open, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of GR survivors. Ooh, okay, yep, they're all there. Round 2, second half, we have GR Hunter going against WBG Survivors. We're going to have the Hullabaloo on the red church. He's heading towards church, where he'll be running into the first survivor. Looking to the left, where he may be going after Persica instead. We got the lucky guy. I really think it's the lucky guy. Yes, it is. Okay, and I guess he's going to be taking the kite here. We got the white bomb onto her so far. Red bomb with the double surprise. Going to be able to vault this window. Clone is on cooldown. Be very patient here. Both Hunter and Survivor is going to utilize his first item to walk towards the Hunter. A lot of bit of mind games back and forth here, staying close to the window, and it looks like he will be able to take the first hit. Bringing around his pallet, you have to go right through because of the clone. Ooh, wonderful pallet stun, making his way back inside of graveyard, keeping the Hunter in this corner. Jumping over, is able to make it to this pallet, but red and white bomb onto this survivor. Flywheels avoids the black zone and will be going down with the relocation of the double surprise for the first time. 70, 60, 50. No items left. Goker coming in for the rescue as of the acrobat. He does have tide turner available. The remaining 3 survivors all have tide turner, so they were expecting the lucky guy to be chased first. It's Hullabaloo versus Mike. I think it's Mike. Well, his evil self and hunter self, and it looks like he's going to be able to get the injury onto the acrobat, but he was able to get that rescue before half with tide turner, and now the hunter is back onto the lucky guy, is able to injure him, so it's an immediate down as soon as tide turner ends. We got 1 cipher machine completed, second one basically primed, third one 67, and the last 2 just being started. Second chair for the lucky guy, and the person coming in for the rescue is second person coming for the rescue is Cueist, the mercenary. Hunter was trying to figure out where he was coming from by utilizing double surprise. Even if he's quite far away, he can utilize those elbow pads, is able to close the distance between him and the chair. Is going to be able to get the hit onto the mercenary, trying to get a double down situation, isn't able to do so. Wonderful elbow pad just in time, and the lucky guy trying to gain some distance while the hunter was a little distracted for the moment. Was able to throw down this pallet, double surprise, back up real soon. We have excitement. I don't think excitement was ever used. Is able to get the pallets done onto this hunter. And no colors. Oh, got the red bomb. Now he's being sandwiched and will be able to utilize the color rotation to down the survivor for the final time. Cipher machines have been mostly prime, so all 4 will be completed soon, but the last cipher is still at 67. Hunter is going to be changing to teleport and will be going for the wonderful stun gun for the side of this coordinator. She's finishing this cipher machine, and it looks like Hunter is just going to leave. Interesting. Going to be checking inside of church. Huey cannot go to that cipher, so it doesn't look like he'll be able to be finished anytime soon for the time being. All survivors scattered, preferably. Actually, I guess Huey and Goker can both go down since they do have borrowed time. The person that has to be the most careful is Coating. 4th cipher machine. Oh no, 4th cipher machine. Well, still 93 and 79. Did get a little more progress in there. Goker is going to leave the cipher as soon as they communicate that the hunter is approaching, because he is at half health. So he can't go down too quickly because they need to push that 79 cipher machine, and it looks like they're just starting a new cipher completely. We got it at 53%. No pallets here to work with. Gonna utilize the white bomb to make it to this pallet. Hiding behind. He needs to avoid the white zone, but isn't able to do so. So going down for the first time. We have the cipher machine will be finished. And the last cipher, 81%. The mercenary finished up the church cipher, and Coating is on that corner cipher far away, so that it'll be hard for the hunter to pressure the cipher machine and the chair, which is going to allow the mercenary to utilize his elbow pad to make it to the... Oh no, they're not going for the rescue. They just popped the ciphers. Oh. Okay. It's gonna elbow pad, make it to the chair. Wait, why? They both had... looks like he's going to be able to... They realize the hunter doesn't have detention, so that means he's still at full health. So it's basically the same thing now. 2 survivors up and running. Opposite exit gates already been opened. If the hunter doesn't have detention, that means they can pop the last cipher machine and start working on the exit gate while they're going for the rescue. So that means the hunter can't stop the exit gate from being open. And then once they get the save, exit gate's already open. And it doesn't look like the acrobat was able to make it to the exit gate. So nice utilization of the teleport. So Acrobat now has to kite long enough for the mercenary to get up and either open this new exit gate or run towards red carpet. 36% healed so far. Now the hunter back onto the acrobat. Ooh, is able to get the hit onto him and down the survivor once again. Second chair. Oh, we're gonna have Coating go all the way towards the opposite exit gate. And the hunter is gonna be chairing the acrobat as close as possible to the mercenary. No, he's dropping him down. He senses something is not right. And he's correct because Coating was trying to finish up that exit gate. Open up that exit gate. We got the heal onto the mercenary, and the hunter is able to injure this coordinator. Needs to be careful when she makes this fault. Is able to avoid getting the hit. She's gonna be going around. Question is, what is this mercenary gonna be doing? It looks like the mercenary is going to heal up the acrobat. Hunter going back towards the acrobat, and he has been healed. So back to downing the survivors. Got coordinator at 20% healing. Hunter will be going after the mercenary because the mercenary does not have self-healing. We're gonna have Goker utilizing his, or getting ready to utilize his acrobat bombs to transition away. Okay, is able to get the double hit here and will be able to injure the survivor once again. Coating still not able to get up. 85% healed. Hunter's gonna teleport straight to the coordinator. Is gonna be able to get up just in time, but now she can't really make it to the pallets. And she will be going down here for the second time. No self-healing. We're gonna have Goker coming to heal up the mercenary again. Hunter's just gonna drop the coordinator because okay, that's forcing Goker to leave, and it's looking like a one-man escape for the side of WBG. Ooh. Oh, he can't find where the mercenary is, but okay, he will finally find where this mercenary is. Just in case he gets up, he's gonna have the double surprise waiting for him, and we'll be able to chair him. They're gonna surrender, and that's a one-man escape. WBG Hunter going against GR Survivors, Game 3, first half. At the moment, GR is at a huge advantage. They have 2 round wins so far, and WBG has no round wins. So a lot of pressure on the side of WBG. If they lose round 3, that is it for them. So they need to at least tie or win. It looks like he's going to be heading to the second story on the ship, where he will be running into red. Got the patient. He's going to be dropping down right away as soon as he sees him faulting. We're going to have Patroller on the Cueist. It is going to latch onto the survivor just in time, and that's going to allow the Cueist to utilize his contact points, go into his Maxwell demon form, which is, you know, a hairy ball. Gonna flywheel. Oh, is he able to make it? Oh, it didn't reach. He's gonna utilize his hook. Oh, but the Patroller is able to finally land the first hit onto this survivor as he's transitioning out, going towards Shack, where he will be running into Heart, the escapeologist. Oh, tried to use the cue ball to capture the survivors, wasn't able to do so. He's gonna be closing the points. Oh, isn't able to land. Get out of reach just in time. We'll be able to utilize the pallets over here. Okay, Hunter, Patroller back in 40 seconds. Can't wait that long though. I think he is trying to set up his contact points. Okay, we're gonna use the... Oh, it was so close. It almost... Oh yeah, he was able to capture him. Taking out to the open, will be able to down him for the first time. 1 cipher completed, 80, 70, and 14 and 5. So cipher progress seems to be not too bad. Oh, we got the contact point there. It's decreasing the cipher progress on Heart's cipher machine. Wow, that's like a very skinny contact point area. Oh, we're gonna get the escapologist with the smoke screen. The patroller can't land onto the survivor. Will be able to land on him finally as he's made it to the chair. Hunter's gonna utilize it to, I don't know what's going on. It's inside the wall. It looks like the escapologist will be taking the hit for the patient, and that's going to allow the patient to be captured once again. We'll be able to get the hit right away as he's dying at the far water to slow down the hunter just a little bit before chairing him once again. Cypher progress though looking incredibly good. We have 2 already completed. Third one 80, 70, and 80. Will be chaired for the second time. Escapologist is going to relocate the chair a little bit closer for AK to come in for this rescue as the acrobat. Hunter's going to be setting up another contact point around this cipher machine to decrease its decoding. Is able to get the red ball land on him. Being very patient here. Ooh, is able to get the rescue as well. Trying to body block for the patient but unable to do so. It looks like the patient will be going down for the final time, but if the cipher machines get popped just in time, patient does have borrowed time. Okay, we're going to get AC coming in here for the support with the stun gun. He's gonna die in that very far corner. Last cipher machine 87. He's gonna wait till he comes out a little bit more and utilize the stun gun, freeing the patient. Body blocking for him, trying to at least patient trying to make it inside of the ship. Is able to make it to this pallet. Will be able to take the hit for him. Now that's allowing the last cipher to be primed. 93%. I think it's enough. AC drops down a little too quickly, but Hunter was not able to. Oh, not AC. Red will be able to make it to the shore. Cipher machine popped. Endgame situation. Hunter's gonna. Oh, he kidnapped AK. And it looks like Hunter is back on the. Okay, where's AK gonna go? It doesn't look like he's gonna open this exit gate. Exit gate on the other cornfield is open, but it looks like Red is still gonna be taking this kite, buying so much time. Ooh, we'll be going down here for the final time. I mean, that kidnap came out of nowhere. We'll be able to chair the survivor. Now quickly needs to make it to the other side of the map, but he does not have teleport, so that he's gonna have to travel all that way, utilizing his contact points. 2 survivors out. The basement is here. The basement dungeon is here. He is able to utilize the bomb and make it to the basement, and that's a 3-man escape on the side of GR survivors. GR Hunter going against WBG survivors, gain 3 second half. We're gonna have the BonBon on the lakeside village. He's heading towards small boat. The survivor has rotated to the right side. Hunter does notice the blood trails of the survivor trying to mind game this aeroplanist. And the first kite is going to be going to Coating. Gonna utilize his first jetpack to make it to the windows, around to the 3rd window, not the one in the middle, and we'll be able to get a chip damage here onto the survivor. Now he can get a lot of distance with this mini boat window vault, and gonna utilize his. Ooh, no, just a chip damage. Okay, now he's gonna utilize his second jetpack to make it back up to the 2nd story on the mini boat. That must have taken a lot of practice. And he's going to continuously loop around this area. Still at half health. Hunter trying to mind game him. Has a lot of bombs prepared for him at the windows. Is able to utilize his last jetpack to make it back up to the little boat. Just continuously looping this one area. Keeping the Hunter away. Ooh, warp is up and it looks like he might be taking a hit here real soon. No, he won't. He's going to be able to make it all the way to this pallet. Can't really do much here because of all the bombs and the narrow pathway. So it looks like he will finally be going down. Was able to buy a little more time. However, cipher progress is not looking too good. I mean, we've got 2 that are prime, so that's not bad. The 3rd cipher machine, however, is quite behind. But we have the Pharaoh Lady, you know, if she just touches a cipher that it hasn't been decoded, she gets immediately 10%. So with the Pharaoh Lady still up and around, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're gonna have the Gravekeeper coming in for the rescue. Extremely challenging, so we're gonna have a double rescue. We have the Meteorologist also in the vicinity. Oh, he stuffed the rescue of this Gravekeeper, so now the Meteorologist has to come in for this rescue. The bomb on the chair has gone off. We got the remote control bomb. It's not able to land the hit onto this Meteorologist, but the wind is ready. Just needs to make sure not to get hit. Lots of bombs. Okay, flywheel to the chair. He's gonna expire soon. She needs to make a move soon. And is able to get this rescue, but no tide turner. Okay, wind push the hunter away. He's going towards the corner. We got Persica trying to heal up the Gravekeeper, and the hunter is just trying to get down onto the aeroplanist. 1 chip damage and he's gone. We got the assistance of the wind push by the Meteorologist. He's keep looping this windmill, but the hunter's catching up. Ooh, sidesteps the remote control bomb, but will be going down to a normal hit. No more support on the side of the survivors. We have the healing rain prepared by the Meteorologist. Oh, unfortunately, Huey got the wanted order and he's the only survivor at half health. So now the hunter's going to utilize Warp to catch up to this survivor. He still has 2 shovels left to utilize. So not completely over, but that was very dangerous on the side of the survivors. If they didn't have a backup rescuer, it would have been a completely different story. Okay, he's made his way up to the big boat area. Mind gaming here at the stairs. Ooh, it looks like he's going to be dropping down just in time. And he's going to be leaving this area because the the basement is the basement. Okay, was able to avoid any extra chip hits, and in the meantime, we can see cipher machines are progressing quite well. So Gravekeeper able to make up for the time lost with that stuffed rescue. 4th cipher machine has been completed. Last cipher machine 70, but ooh, is able to get the down onto this survivor. We can also see that the basement was here. Question is he going to be able to take him all the way to the basement? Does he have giant claw? Okay, so it looks like it's gonna have to be a basement rescue. As if it's not hard enough rescuing against a BonBon. We already see the Pharaoh Ladies already here. Because Cipher Machine's primed. We're just gonna have to go for it. Okay, nope. 2 chip damages. Oh no, another chip damage. Oh, is able to get the rescue here. Okay, we're gonna have Pharaoh Lady staying back a little and is able to get the down onto the Pharaoh Lady. Ooh, but she was able to avoid it and will be able to get out of the basement. Okay, exit gates still not being open. Hunter is going to be still going after the Gravekeeper. Still 2 shovels left to utilize. No one at shore exit gate, so it looks like they're gonna be opening up Cornfield exit gate where Persica is currently heading towards. And Hunter, he has a lot of distance. He might need to use his shovel soon though. Right, as soon as the hunter gets close. Oh, we got the wind push by the hunter's gonna change targets to the Meteorologist, which isn't too bad for the side of the survivors because she hasn't been chaired yet. Wonderful flywheel avoids getting any chip damage here. Is gonna be eating the chip damage. Another chip damage. Oh no, just a normal hit. So back at attack recovery. They're opening up the shore cipher machine. Hunter gonna utilize warp. The dungeon is in the corner of the shore opposite the exit gate. Exit gates are open and a down onto the Meteorologist. However, both survivors should be at the exit gate by now, so this is a 2-man escape for the side of WBG. And placing a lot of bombs. Survivors will most likely leave. I don't think they're gonna risk it. Why would they risk it? They are risking it. Whoa. Oh, okay, let's see. Wait, I forgot to. They have to get a 3-man escape. If they don't get a 3-man escape, it's a loss for WBG. I forgot to do the math, but okay, they're all here. They're body blocking. It was a tide turner rescue. Oh, how are they gonna do this? Okay, she needs to stay alive long enough for 2 survivors to leave, and then she has to get the dungeon escape. But unfortunately, the bomb hits. The remote control bomb hits. She's still up and running, but her turn's gonna end real soon, and it ends 2 survivors out, and she's not able to go out. So this is a 3-round win for GR. Wolves Hunter going against MRC Survivors Game 1 first half. We're going to see the Goatman on Leo's memory heading towards the middle where he will possibly run into Cueist or DongX. Looks like his first chase is going to be Cueist, the Enchantress. Does have a little window here to work with. Going to get that mini stun so she can get that window vault. He's going to be waiting for her on the other side of the window, but it was a double window vault, and she is able to outlast 1 cage so far. Ooh, and it looks like she's going to be eating a hit here at the pallet, which also gives her 1 stun. I'm just getting ready to utilize his next cage, and DongX is actually here with the Enchantress, maybe trying to give a little bit of support, or she just kited into his Cypher Machine. Ooh, and it looks like Cueist will finally be getting a 50% damage, adding up to 75%. Ooh, wonderful flywheel, avoiding the hit. Now she has a stun left to utilize. Hunter utilizing backstep, and she's going to utilize stun while the Hunter is close by. Is able to outlast this cage, but she can still go down to a chip hit, so this will be the first down on the side of the Survivors. Incredibly fast, if you see. It's 85, 31, 43, and only 11, and we don't see Ooh, are we seeing a little bit of first officer action? Right, and if we see that, well, first of all, the first officer's Cypher Machine was interrupted by the kite, and on top of the lucky guy was looking through the chest box to look for a bot, so eventually it will add up and it might not be as low, but for the time being, yeah, the pocket watch has already run out. So he needs to come in for this rescue before he gets blocked off from the chair. Okay, Hunter being very patient, waiting for the cage, enough resentment for a cage, will be taking the hit and will be able to get the rescue before half with Tide Turner. Hunter immediately getting the hit on the Enchantress. Enchantress now needs to move away from the Cypher Machine, but Hunter's going to be dropping a Peeper here. So now the first officer has to get rid of the Peeper and then work on the Cypher Machine once again. Enchantress will be going down here at the corner ruins walls, and the Hunter will be chairing him at the very corner, so that's gonna still allow the first officer to finish up his Cypher Machine. We have a bot by the lucky guy, so Cypher progress, second chair. Not much of a rebound kite, but you don't really need to if you have Tide Turner. Ooh, and unfortunately the lucky guy Cypher Machine will now be peepered. I don't think that's a word. And it looks like Nanako is trying to sneak in a backdoor rescue. Hunter's like, why is Lucky Guy just standing there? There must be another reason. So he's coming back to the chair and he sees the Gardener coming in for the rescue. Is able to break the cage and get the rescue, but an immediate hit on the Enchantress once again. Now the Enchantress has to run in the complete opposite directions to keep the Hunter away from the Lucky Guy Cypher Machine, and the first officer needs to finish his Cypher so that it won't be... Okay, it looks like the first officer was able to finish his Cypher Machine. No, he hasn't been able to... Well, he's able to finish one Cypher Machine, just not the one at Christmas Tree. And the first survivor will be sent back to the manor. Half health on the first officer, so the first officer is very far away and he is getting healed by the bot. So now 3 survivors left, last Cypher Machine at 32, all healthy and ready to take this next kite. You can see the perfumer and the bot, a little bit of the bot left. I mean, after he healed, I don't think there was much left from that bot. And a perfumer on the lucky guy. We got the bubble protection will be ready, most likely for the gardener, and still a pocket watch for the side of the first officer. They are starting a new cipher machine, just in case they're pressured by the hunter. Not quite sure if he's going to decide to go for which corner cipher machine are you going to go for, and it looks like it's going to be the one that Nanako is at. Throwing down another peeper. Going to utilize the bubble to make it to the pallet, and the hunter is getting ready to set up another cage. Was able to go through the wall. Now she has to journey through the middle. That's going to allow the hunter to catch up and get the first hit onto the gardener. Hunter prepared. Oh, wasn't able to cage in the survivor, and he's off at the corner, so he wasn't able to get to her on the double cage, and the cage runs out. Oh my goodness. Nanako up and well for now is going to be taking the chip hit instead. Last cipher machine 80, so it looks like they're going to be preparing for the end game situation. 85, not even at this pallet. Will be transitioning back inside of this pallet. Hunter utilized backstep, isn't able to get a pallet stun. Cipher machines are a prime. They're gonna, I feel like they should just pop it, but we'll see. Oh, it looks like they're gonna wait this out. Oh, was gonna be able to get the hit onto him, downing it. Cipher machines popped, end game situation. Survivor is up and running. Hunter is changing targets to the lucky guy. Flywheel. Oh, and a stun gun available to use. Is going to be able to make it to this pallet. Exit gates are being opened on both sides, and the hunter blinks and downs this lucky guy immediately because he's running out of time. We can see one cipher machine has been opened up by the first officer, and Nanako's trying to open up that moon gate cipher. He's going to drop it and make sure that exit gate does not get open. 93%, and it looks like he's going to utilize the pocket watch by the lucky guy. Gave her a pocket watch and had the stun gun and used the stun gun, so that's going to keep him oh yes, that was weird. And it looks like, he's going to catch up because he was not close enough to utilize the pocket watch again. That's weird. I got to edit that out. We'll be able to chair the lucky guy for the first time. Wow, that one decision of chairing the lucky guy a little bit later and making sure that the exit gate isn't open just suddenly gave him a 3-man elimination. GameKeeper is coming in for the rescue. Both survivors are chaired. Hunter has detention, and he has a lot of resentment. Okay, he's going to utilize his pocket watch, so even if he does get hit, he could still, it has that delayed effect for when he gets to the chair. Is able to get the rescue, and he's going to be trying to break the cage as well. He needs to be able to break the cage. Oh my goodness, the mind games. But he will eventually be down. A lucky guy now running to the chair. Hunter trying to block him. Oh, is this going to be a 4-man elimination? Oh, it is going to be a 4-man elimination. And that is a very good start for the side of Wolves Hunter, being able to get a 4-man elimination in round 1. MRC Hunter going against Wolves Survivor is going to be seeing the opera singer on Leo's memory. Good start out for Wolves with a 4-man elimination. Just tie up round 1. BaiLu also needs to get that 4-man elimination with the opera singer, and it looks like her first chase is going to be Titan. Okay, the archer is going to be able to get the 100% laceration right away, but the hunter's going to be able to catch up so quickly, but that is also going to allow her to get that window vault. Hunter has trait in 33 seconds, is able to loop this area. She can go right to her remnant. Ooh, nice vault there, really close. Is able to, she's going to wait out the laceration effects. Because if you think about it, if the hunter, once again, nice arrow, will be eating the hit here because the lacerations doesn't quite hit 100%. And we'll be eating the 100% laceration stun. Right, so laceration I feel like would spike up a lot when she's shadow jumping because she covers quite a lot of distance and pretty quickly. So, ooh, 100%. Wonderful job with the okay, never mind. Gonna blink and get her down immediately. But honestly, just incredible job stacking up the lacerations and getting those stuns in. First kite finished. Oh, well, they have 4 ciphers, so that's because we have the mechanics. So cipher machines can look a little slow at the beginning, but we have 1 completed and 3 with progress. We're gonna see the first officer coming in for the rescue. Ooh, gonna eat a hit a little far off from the chair. That's gonna allow the hunter to catch up as soon as the survivor is rescued. Immediate hit right onto Titan. It looks like they were wanting to make sure that it's not a double down situation, so the archer just ran straight towards the hunter because it's at Tide Turner anyways. She doesn't have the rebound kite and she doesn't really have any items, and if we look on the side of the survivors, they don't have any harassers. Why is this, you might ask? Because wolves already have that 4-man elimination. They just need to get 1 man out, so they could just keep buying as much time as possible with Tide Turner. And it looks like the next survivor coming in will be Weather, the magician who also carries Tide Turner. Good strategy on the side of the survivors. They're just looking for a 1-man out. She's going to go back to a remnant that is a little far away from the chair, allowing a no-damage rescue. So he's going to buy some time here. Ooh, try to body block. I believe that's what he was trying to do. Hunter has the immediate hit onto the archer, wants to add some more damage to the survivors. We're going to see that the archer's hiding in the very little corner here, but the blood trails actually did show, so the hunter will be able to cheer her for the last time as she returns to the manor. 2 cipher machines completed. Third one 80, fourth one 70, last one 57%. Survivors have also healed up, so 3 healthy survivors, 3 cipher machines to finish. Hunter is making dash. She's making her way, dashing towards the shack area where we can see the bot is decoding. I was like, I don't see a name. Because there isn't a name. That's the mechanics. Hunter's going to go back to a remnant and down this bot. Now, there wasn't much bot left from that, but now she's gonna know the location of the mechanic. Looks like Weather is leaving some blood trails for the hunter to follow, while Jelly is looking at... I think he was, trying to open a chest box to get an item, and it looks like she was able to get the perfume. Hunter changing targets to the mechanic. I mean, why not? Everyone's full health, and the mechanic is not the best kiter. Okay, gonna utilize her one and only perfume. Hunter's going to go towards the cipher machines instead. They have an extra cipher machine that's almost primed up, so things are looking pretty good for the side of the survivors. Ooh, wonderful pallet stun by this magician. Okay, survivors all... Ooh, another pallet stun. So 3 survivors. Oh, and the cipher machines are primed. 3 survivors, each with their own pallet. I'm struggling so much today. With their own cipher machines. Cipher machines pop endgame situation. We're going to utilize... Oh my goodness. We're going to utilize the illusion to block off the hunter's path, and we're going to keep looping this area. He's able to get the ball through and does not get hit. Hunter is trying to be a little bit mindful here at the pallets. Will be able to finally down the survivor, but the exit gates are open. Both survivors are there. Hunter is going to teleport, but they're going to leave, so she can just go back to her remnant, but the survivors will surrender, so that's a 2-man elimination for the side of MRC Hunter. Round 2 first half, MRC Hunter going against Wolves survivors. We're going to have the Hullabaloo on Lakeside Village. He is nearby the ship, big boat, and we can see someone has gone up the ramp, and the first survivor that will be chased is going to be the Pharaoh lady. Kind of snorted there. And she was able to make that vault. Hunter's just going to be waiting to set up the double surprise at this window, is able to get the red and the white bomb onto the survivor. She needs to avoid the black zone, and great window vault to do so. Do that. Okay. Anyways, back into her invisible form. Ooh, is able to snipe her out and will be able to injure her for the first time. Got double surprise clone waiting for you on the other edge of the obstacles. Is going to be able to make this vault, still avoiding the black zone. Actually, no, she was hit in the black zone. These have all been reapplied. And once again, the only color that needs to be landing on this survivor next is the black zone. Is able to make it through, and is she gonna bait the... Okay, she's doing a very good job keeping the hunter guessing, not sure where the survivor actually is able to stay alive until this pallet is dropped. Will be going down for the first time. Cypher machines at about 50, 60, 70, so you know, you're average, but we've been seeing survivors kiting longer, so I'm not sure if that is still the average or not. But XMX here coming in for the rescue has the one in order, so Hunter knew exactly where he was coming from. And it looks like he is going to be able to take the hit here and get the rescue off before half with Ty Turner. Two Cypher machines are primed and is able to get the double down situation, because at full damage onto the mercenary, Hunter is going back onto the Pharaoh lady, who's made it all the way towards the shore gate. Jumping over with trapeze, and we'll be able to down this survivor for the second... Oh, actually, nope, not yet. Okay, we'll be able to down her now as he rotates the color wheels to the desired color and is able to land the 3 bombs onto the survivor. Second chair, double down situation, so things are not looking the best for Wolves. 1 Cypher machine completed, 1 primed, and 60 and 30 on the other 2 Cypher machines. XMX still too far away, was healed up, so he still has self-heal available, and it's apparent to the hunter that she will not be rescued, so it looks like he's just moving on to the next survivor. Utilize the elbow pad, so Hunter's going to utilize a warp, try to get the double surprise, and is able to get the down onto the mercenary. Basement is in shack too, so suddenly 1 survivor sent back to the manor, and now the other survivor chaired in basement. One thing that survivors can be feeling a little better about is the fact that he does not have detention. So, you know, end game situation, if we can just be all at full health, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Problem is they're all decoding. Okay, 3rd Cypher machine finished, 4th Cypher machine primed, 5th Cypher machine now being started at 14%. Does look like they plan on selling. Titan all the way in the corner Cypher, starting the new one. Weather finishing up the big boat Cypher machine. No, he's starting a new Cypher machine. Ooh, okay. Hunter's just going to leave the chair, seeing that no one is actually going for that rescue. And the next kite will be Titan on the Acrobat. Have a lot of windows here to work with. Just avoid the red zone. Ooh, we'll be hitting the hunter with the red bomb, disabling the hunter's abilities for the time being. Okay, we're going to utilize trapeze. Ooh, wonderful rotation. Clone is back up. Relocated, is able to make it past, but the main body caught up and is able to down the survivor for the first time. Weather has to do quite a lot of running around. He's going to have to finish that Cypher machine, go to the 99% Cypher machine, but Hunter is going to be finding the survivor first, seeing that he utilized teleport. He's going to keep looping this area, and he can't make it to the chair in time. He's at halfway across the map. He's just going to have to kite as long as possible and go for the dungeon escape. But, I mean, he's still at full health. Maybe he can still make it to the chair. No airbags left. He's able to get that vault. Okay, double surprise. And the terror shock. BaiLu getting the 4-man elimination round 2 first half. Wolves Hunter going against MRC Survivors. We will be seeing the Clown on Lakeside Village. ChoAi, well known for his Clown gameplay. Now he needs to get a 4-man elimination if he wants to tie up round number 2. So he's going Clown, maybe. And it looks like the first survivor that he will possibly be running into is not going to be in the direction that he is currently dashing towards. No tinnitus for the Hunter going towards middle. Nope, he's gonna go towards the middle. Yes. GameKeeper hiding behind the barrels. Hunter is gonna be scouting the area a little more. Doesn't see any survivors. And it looks like he's gonna go through the pallets. Ooh, is able to finally land the hit onto the mercenary for the first time. A lot of the survivors not really touching the Cypher machines quite yet. So Cypher progress hasn't quite gotten started, but we're going to utilize the double pallets here and elbow pad away, as far away from the middle area. And ooh, another elbow pad straight to the mini shack pallet. Ooh, was able to get that vault off. Hunter, he's baiting him to vault, and it looks like he's going to be able to finally get the second hit onto the mercenary. Extremely early down here on the side of this mercenary, which is not good because on the side of the survivors they're looking for a 1-man escape. And I mean, if it's 1-man escape, I guess it's fine if the ciphers aren't as progressed as it should be. But yeah, it looks like the first chair, 1 cipher machine completed, 80, 50, and 8 and 5% on. So all cipher machines with a little bitty bit of progress. Yeah. Okay, Cueist coming in for the rescue. We're gonna have the paper airplane, not aeroplanist. Okay, gonna get the hit, get the rescue before half with Ty Turner. Got the upper propel, pushing the Hunter away. Hunter back into his dashing form. Ooh, blink, and he is able to get the hit with the connect. And the mercenary will be leaving the shore area, going towards a shack to be chaired once again, seeing that shack cipher machine has been completed. Hunter on the other side is going to bring him back to shore, seeing that he's trying to leave the shore area, and we'll be able to chair him here pretty close to the cipher machine. Cueist with 1 in order, but he's already won for the rescue, which means the next survivor coming in for the rescue, which seems to be Nanako, will not be seen. Hunter picking up some parts while he's waiting. You can see she can utilize the cloud to make it straight to the chair without any injury. Let's be careful here, taking the normal hit and gets the rescue with Ty Turner once again. She's trying to body block and will be able to body block for the mercenary. 1 more elbow pad to use so that he can make it inside of the shack area. Hunter catching up pretty soon. Ooh, we got Nanako coming in for the support. Immediate hit onto the antiquarian. Not enough cipher progress at the moment, but it looks like she's going to go into the dash. Wonderful stun by the antiquarian, allowing GameKeeper to transition and keep looping this area. Antiquarian waiting at the pallet so as to escort the mercenary. Hunter is going to be breaking this pallet because survivors are just going to continuously loop if they don't. Ooh, he baited the swing and then got the down for the first time on the antiquarian. Most likely will not be trying to down her anytime soon. Not sure if she was hit with the slow drill, but I mean, she bought quite a lot of time, so it's looking pretty good. And on top of that, the mercenary still has his elbow pad, and he also transitioned away from the antiquarian as to give her time to get up, or if the Hunter has to chair her after chairing the mercenary. Ooh, looks like he's going to be taking a hit here, but cipher machines are primed and ready. Endgame situation, all 4 survivors up and running. Is looking extremely good for the side of MRC. Hunter putting up more parts onto his drill, and it looks like he's going to be changing targets. Nope, he's coming back. He's trying to decide whether to go for the mercenary or whether to go for the antiquarian. Mercenary's at half health, but exit gates are opening during this time. They only need 1 survivor out to win round 2, and it looks like the win condition has been satisfied, but how many points are they going to get along with that win? It looks like the Hunter will be going for this mercenary. Elbow pads away. and will be able to get the hit onto the mercenary, but it was a drill hit, so it's only half health. It's going to allow him to utilize his delayed damage effect, and the survivors are out. 3 survivor escape for the side of MRC. Just, you know, casually going around in his drill to the mercenary eventually, right? It's gonna eventually go back to the mercenary. Just having a drive, you know, why not? I have a long drill. I have all the time in the world. Probably hit the mercenary with a slow drill. Okay, we'll be able to find the mercenary here. Wolves Hunter going against MRC survivors. We're going to have the Cueist on Moon River Park, round 3 first half, and he will be going towards the Cypher Bridge and making the contact points to go straight through, where he'll be running into the first survivor, GameKeeper, the escapologist. Already thrown down both of these pallets and will be able to go through, since while the Hunter is breaking the pallets, he has some time, is able to make that window vault. Hunter trying to do the backlight trick here, but being very patient. We're going to utilize the smoke screen. Okay, ooh, he's going to leave immediately and is able to make the hit onto the survivor, but he does have his misdirection there to come in quite handy and allow him to get that window vault. Smoke screen has now finished. Hunter's going to go into his Maxwell demon form or his fuzzy ball form. Okay, is able to throw down this pallet and transition away. Ooh, will be eating a hit here. Not quite made it. Wasn't able to quite make it to the pallet. And Hunter will be setting up his contact points. He's going to be able to get this vault. Hunter's going to blink through. He misses, but he will be able to get the second swing, downing the first survivor for the first time. We've seen survivors getting down earlier and earlier as the matches go on, but Cypher progress. Now we can see 2 Cypher machines. Well, one's finished, one will be primed, and the third one is around 76%, so will most likely be primed. Hunter's going to also be blocking off this Cypher machine, so that Cypher progress will actually reduce. And the Hunter is now going to be, Huaxi, utilizing his hook to make it all the way to the chair and get that rescue. No tide turner, so an immediate down might be possible. We're going to have the capture of the patient, and is able to injure this survivor. Almost a no damage rescue here, but it looks like he's going to be taking damage a little later on, except since he took the damage for GameKeeper, that's going to allow him to transition quite a distance away. Zhao Di coming in here for the support as well as the coordinator, so as soon as their Hunter is going to be crossing this bridge, he's going to be out in the open. He has nowhere to hide, so might be taking a stun here. Nope, they're going to hold on to the gun. So we'll be able to make it through this pallet and is able to capture the... Oh, misses the gun! Oh, I see the plan there. I saw the vision, but wasn't able to stun the Hunter. So we'll be able to bring the escapologist to the chair for the second time. The basement is here, but it doesn't look like the Hunter will be able to take him there. Bake him. He has his escape act ready. He's not going to relocate himself. Hunter going to be pressuring Nanako. Oh, he's blocking off that Cypher machine to take away the progress. We got the coordinator coming for the backdoor rescue. Now that she's at full health, she can actually do some body blocking, get captured instead of him. Hunter's just waiting for him. Ooh, try to trick him to vault and then not actually get out of his form while vaulted, but then it didn't work. That's all I wanted to say. Was able to get the window vault. We're going to get the body block with the coordinator. Coordinator just going to be taking the hit for the escapologist, waiting at this pallet, forcing the Hunter to go into his Maxwell demon form. And ooh, on the other side, is able to keep kiting. Blink, and finally able to down this escapologist and send him to the manor for the third chair, as it is the third chair. We're going to see the fourth Cypher Machine, 87%, 88. And the Hunter now using his contact points. Ooh. Okay. He's going to go towards this Cypher Machine. Cueist is currently has 2 hooks to utilize, 1 now, but Hunter will be making a very large square, is able to include the Cypher Machine, so the progress on that Cypher Machine will decrease. And they are starting a new Cypher Machine. Hunter is planning to go after Cueist. Still, oh, he doesn't. Oh yeah, he has 1 hook left. Isn't able to capture. Yes, he was. He was able to capture him. No, he was not. Hunter's going to be riding the what is it? The edge, the line. Ooh, is able to just make it in time. Used his last hook, last Cypher Machine at 70 and 54. So they're working on 2 last Cypher Machines because you don't know when the Hunter is going to keep removing the progress off of one of them all the way down to 40 now. But the last Cypher is at 85. Will be leaving the Cypher Machine because they're at half health and they don't want to die next to this Cypher. Need to take the kite. Question is, will she be able to get on the roller coaster in time? Oh, we got the kidnapping. Is able to capture her. And the Hunter will get a free down onto the coordinator. Not too much of an issue. They have an extra Cypher at 65. First chair for the coordinator. The roller coaster has left and is waiting for them at second stop, seeing that no one has pressed this button. Hunter is going to go to the other side. Nanako is coming in for the rescue, so Hunter changes his plan and comes back towards the chair to try and... Oh, Cypher Machines are now primed. Endgame situation. As long as you don't get captured here, it should be fine. Okay. My games here, taking the hit, and we'll be able to get the rescue. Endgame situation. All 3 survivors have borrowed time. Try to get the capture onto the coordinator. It didn't work this time. And now the Hunter, ooh, is able to capture her, but he's in his Maxwell Demon form. So he's going to release her out in the open. But then that also consumed time, so she was able to transition out. And the exit gates are now being opened. Ooh, will blink and down this survivor. Second time on the chair. When did they pop the Cypher? I thought they... Anyways. And it looks like the exit gate is open, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of MRC survivors. Round 3, second half, we're going to see the MRC Hunter going against Wolves survivors. We have the Peddler on Moonlit River Park. She's going to absorb the ground, so now she has a Vine available. And the first survivor she'll be running into is Titan the Professor. If he can just utilize his scales well, I feel like he would do a pretty good job against the Peddler. He's going to ride the slide for a bit, and the Hunter is going to ignore him, and she's going to be transitioning away. She's going towards working carousel, going to absorb the wall here, so now she has a chip and a Vine available to use. And it looks like the Novelist will be the first survivor to take this kite. Hunter's trait will be up in 8 seconds, but it is warp, so... Ooh, chip here, very patient. Oh, gets the pallets done! And we'll be able to transition out to a better kiting area. Hunter still has 2 vines she can utilize to close the distance. He needs to make sure that he does not get wall absorption here to the corner so that she can catch him on the other side of this pallet. Gonna utilize his Vine, is able to get the chip hit. Oh, he's gonna switch and gonna be able to avoid the hit. Is able to get the window. We got the warp coming in. Oh, and the terror shock at the window. Able to down the survivor for the first time. 80, 60, 50, and 20. Well, let's see. We got the Wildling already coming in on his board to come for this rescue. Has 1 in order, so the Hunter knows as well that he's coming. We'll be cleaning up the pallets here and has a chip 2 chips and a vine waiting for him as he comes for this rescue. He did also pick up a shell scale from the professor, so if he could just get that timing right, he can use it. Okay, we're gonna have another stun here. Take the normal hit and gets the rescue with a tight turner. 1 Cypher Machine completed, second one primed, third one at 70. Hunter's going to utilize the vine and is able to get the hit onto the novelist right away. XMX kind of needs to get out of here because the Hunter has time to look to get more damage on survivors, but no, he's on his board ready to harass. Hunter's going to utilize Metal Affinity to try and down the survivor as quickly as possible, but on the board he is incredibly fast. Still no hits onto this board. Okay, oh, it looks like she is able to down him. And I mean, not down him, is able to stun him, but she's able to eventually get the hit and down the novelist once again. Does seem like they were able to buy enough time because 2 Cypher Machines completed, third one primed, fourth one at 40, and the last one at 20. Jelly coming in for the rescue as the patient. Already used 1 hook, so most likely use a hook to make the journey across the map. And he's getting ready to utilize his second hook to make his journey towards the chair. Is going to be dropping nearby. Hunter is going to use the chip damage, is able to get the chip damage and the vine. Ooh. It's almost done. Oh, will be taking the normal hit. Good patience on the side of the patient. Hunter, another wall absorption, has another chip and 2 vines waiting for the survivors. It looks like he's trying to keep the survivor alive for as long as possible, so a little bit of body blocking so he can get another book and is able to get the book charged up. Hunter's going to be ignoring the patient for the time being. Third Cypher Machine popped, fourth primed, last one 62. Ooh, here, being careful. Is going to be utilizing warp, and oh, we got the swap. He was trying to swap her into the warp but wasn't able to, so he's going to be taking the hit and will be going down for the final time. Hunter, utilizing that warp incredibly well, is able to chair him once again. Last Cypher Machine 83%, but it seems like it's the one the Wildling was currently at. Now he's pushed off of his Cypher. He's going to get on his board and leave the area completely. Both survivors are, because they're both at half health and they don't want to go down at the last Cypher. I'm guessing it's the last Cypher. The only survivor at full health is the Professor, so he may have to come for this Cypher Machine while the remaining 2 survivors either heal or start up a new Cypher. And at the moment, Wildling is starting a new Cypher Machine. Jelly staying behind. Hunter has tinnitus, so he can't leave this Cypher. Jelly trying to make baiting the Hunter to come towards the tent. Okay, we have stocked up on all her abilities. 2 vines, 2 chip damages, and metal affinity ready to be used. New Cypher Machine is at 44%. And the Hunter is being baited to follow Titan. Continuously looking back to see if the that 83% Cypher Machine starts moving. Hunter has trump card and trait available in about 16 seconds, so she's going to be waiting till that trait is up. Okay, got the chip, but she avoided it. He's just going to go straight through, walk right through that pallet and just take the hit. He's going to be going on to the roller coaster. Needs to be careful not to be ensnared by any of her abilities. Okay, made a portal, but she didn't use it, but that's because she wanted a chip. Cypher Machine's primed, end game situation. Trying to get him down utilizing the chip damages so that there's no Hunter attack recovery. Another chip damage here trying to be utilized, but he avoids it with the scale. And he's slowly making his way to ride the... Ooh, he misses his chip. Oh, he leaves. He needs to get hit normally so that it triggers attack recovery and then ride the roller coaster. But the Hunter is just trying to down him with the chips. Ooh, it looks like he's just going to ride the roller coaster, but the Hunter is going to be right behind him. And they're going to travel all the way together to third stop. Oh dear. Just waiting for the opportune moment to pop the Cypher Machine. We're going to utilize Metal Affinity. Okay, she's just gonna hit him normally. Cypher Machines popped, endgame situation, XMX opening up fourth stop Cypher. Hunter changing targets. Titan going back to the first stop exit gate. XMX now leaving the Cypher, not the Cypher, the gate. Will go on to the boar, as he will be the first survivor chased after Cypher Machines are popped. Try to get the chip damage, wasn't able to do so. This is his third or fourth boar, so it won't last as long. So he needs to get some distance away from this Hunter while he can. Ooh, try to go through the portal, but it ended right before in front of his face. And Hunter creating another portal. He is gonna dash towards the middle. Hunter's gonna catch up right away with the vine, is able to down him, and warp is still available because she didn't use a trait to catch up to the professor. 2 survivors at first stop exit gate, and it looks like the exit gate is open. Titan, however, is waiting at the middle. Hunter not gonna use warp because he doesn't want to allow the backdoor rescue. Players, not players, the survivors. Ooh, changing to teleport, and will be teleporting, allowing Titan to try and get a backdoor rescue. Jelly hasn't quite left. Oh, crows onto Titan. Now the Hunter knows exactly where he is because he utilized the vine to move across the map. Is able to get this rescue though. So is able to get this rescue. They're running away from the Hunter. He's gonna have another vine here to utilize, which she will use, and right behind the survivors. Wildling trying to ride the boar as quickly as possible to the exit gate, while Titan stays behind because the dungeon is here. So he's gonna have to utilize these pellets incredibly well and make sure he doesn't get snared by this vine. Ooh, the little twisty vine is able to get the chip damage. Wall absorption right towards the survivor. He's getting ready to utilize his scales. Isn't able to do so, and he will be going. Oh, the exit gate the dungeon just opened. They had to leave like a few seconds earlier. That's a 2-man elimination for the side of MRC Hunter. MRC Hunter going against Wolf survivors. It's going to be the Geisha on Arms Factory. Haven't seen Geisha in quite a while. I think she's getting some buffs. I don't remember which. Or like some adjustments. But anyways, we're going to have her not chase the person in the middle and is looking around the walls. Nobody quite in this area. Tonight is not being triggered. That may be the sign for her to turn back. But no, she's going to be checking the shack area where we do see there is someone kind of nearby. No, maybe go back to XMX. Or go towards Titan, who is the aeroplanist. Question is, who is she looking for? So we have the artist, painter, cheerleader, GameKeeper, and the airplanist. So as the Geisha player, who does she want to chase most? It's gonna be the airplanist for the time being. Maybe it's because she couldn't find the desired survivor. Is able to utilize his upper propel and jetpack to get to the pallets. However, he will be running into Weather if he enters the factory area. Weather, being the painter, may want to get the Geisha's face. Oh, she's walking backwards. She doesn't want to give her face to the painter so that she can't get the stun. Wonderful jetpack to the pallet. Hunter trying to avoid seeing the eyes will be able to catch the Hunter's face and start his painting. Is able to get the damage onto the painter. Looks like she might have to change targets at this point, seeing that painter's at half health, but no, she's going to be staying on this aeroplanist. Still one more jetpack to use. Ooh, wonderful pallet stun. Is able to buy a little more time here. Hunter gonna dash right through, utilizing his last jetpack to make it to the pallet here at the walls. Ooh, we'll be able to get the hit finally onto the aeroplanist, but who do we have here waiting for the aeroplanist? It's the cheerleader. She's using her pom-poms to cheer and help out the aeroplanist get, ooh, but the blink down will be able to be the first survivor down. but a lot of cipher progress spread out between the 5 cipher machines. One has been primed, and the hunter will be breaking this pallet. Coming in for the rescue seems to be XMX, hiding behind this tree inside of his shovel form. Doesn't want to be hit out of it too early, but then again, it's almost towards half, and he still has quite a distance to travel to. Will be able to get that rescue at full health. Hunter not wanting to waste any time away from this airplanist, try to get the hit onto him as quickly as possible. Will be able to injure him while he has Tide Turner. He's going to be moving away from the shovel, not the shovel, Gravekeeper. And he will be going down here at this corner. Hunter already at full presence isn't going to keep swinging at the survivor. You can see the second one's primed and finished, third one's primed, fourth one is almost primed, and last cipher machine 28. Second chair for the aeroplanist. And XMX, still at full health, is coming in for the rescue once again. Painter does also have Tide Turner, but he's at half health and they're not healing him up, so it looks like they're just going to have the Gravekeeper once again at full health here. It looks like he's gonna buy a little more time and will be taking the hit and then getting the save and also body blocking. No shovels left to utilize, but lots of pallets here. They just need to survive a few more seconds. 69% is able to down Titan. And unfortunately, that is his third chair, so he will be returning back to the manor. So close. 90% Hunter is going to be teleporting to the last cipher machine. We have the painters painting, getting the Hunter's attention, and it looks like he will be hit here. Cipher machines pop, endgame situation. 3 survivors up and running. Painter trying to finish up his second painting, and the cheerleader using her cheer to get to the other side of the map. Oh, it looks like the Hunter is going to be going for the cheerleader, which is not very good because, oh, she has 1 motivate. So she can make it to the pallet, but the Hunter is too close. Exit gate is open, and she is able to make the pallet vault. Okay. Oh, flywheel! And that allows her to get out. The dungeon's open. And that's a 3-man escape for the side of Wolf survivors. Very well played. Round 4, second half, we're going to have the Ivy on Arms Factory, sending his ghost off towards the shack area. Body following behind. We'll be running into the first survivor, Zhao X, the novelist. We'll be able to infect him, and the Hunter is going to be teleporting to the survivor, so it looks like he is going to be the first chase. Meanwhile, the ghost is going to continually scout the map and infect some more survivors, while the main body can just wait till her trade is up in about 28 seconds. All progress on all 4 cipher machines. Hunter is now going... She's going for Zhao X. Oh, I was looking at Zhao D. Why are their names so similar? Okay. I'm not confused. It looks like the Gravekeeper is going to be this first chase. Going to go inside of his shovel as soon as the main body closes in. The cipher machines, not cipher machines. Oh my goodness. The pallets here are not dropped. So he's going to maybe get out of his shovel form or be hit out of his shovel form. Getting out and utilizing the speed boost isn't such a bad idea, so then that way he can get to the pallets and throw them down, but it looks like he's going to get 100% corruption as soon as he's out of his shovel. Will be able to take the hit, and yeah. Main body still going after the Gravekeeper. The ghost going towards Zhao Di, the Explorer. You know, Explorer and Novelist book is actually kind of similar. It sometimes confuses me, but we can see the Explorer has a 49% page, and oh, the Hunter just changing targets and going for the Explorer. He's gonna flywheel to avoid the corruption zone, and he needs to utilize his page. We have the coffin of the embalmer outside of factory, while Zhao Di is making his way inside of factory, where he'll have a little more windows and pallets to work with to actually kite. And infection onto Cueist. recalling the ghost to commit to this survivor. Getting rid of their decoder is definitely a good idea. Was able to stay away from being chased in the beginning, so that did buy them some time. 95% corruption. If he looks back just wrong, he will get 100% corruption, and he will be going down for the first time. Ghost still latched onto him. 2 cipher machines completed. 40, 40, and 8% on the remaining cipher machines. First chair survivor, his page will be dropping to the ground. Whichever rescuer can come and pick up those pages, and hopefully it will be used. Okay, GameKeeper coming in for the rescue. Only has 1/3 of a shovel left. It's going to be infected. Takes the hit and gets the rescue with Tide Turner. Cipher machines are progressing quite well. Is able to get the 100% corruption and get the hit onto the Gravekeeper. Hunter now needs to catch up to Zhao Di, who has made quite a distance all the way towards the gate area and then to the corner walls, while Hunter is going to be picking up this. The reason she's picking up the Gravekeeper is because he picked up the pages of the Explorer, so now she's making sure that he gets chaired. Now his pages will drop to the ground and whoever rescues him will now get the pages, but she's keeping the cipher from progressing as much as possible by changing targets, because that person now carries the pages, but this time it's their first chair, so that's going to actually buy time for the survivor. So it's, cost-benefit analysis. Okay, is able to get 100% corruption, but he's still at full health, so he's just waiting to get the hit and will be able to get the rescue before half. No Tide Turner available, but is able to rescue him. Now he's going to pick up the 49 pages. Is the Hunter going to keep going for GameKeeper, or is he going to try to down the Prospector? It looks like she's going to be immediately blinking and downing the Gravekeeper. And it doesn't look like the Prospector is close enough to stun. Okay. Prospector does have borrowed time. Hunter's going to teleport right to him, utilize the magnet to push the Hunter away. Last cipher machine will be primed. Ghost is going towards the gate, preparing for endgame scenario. And we can see Cueist is coming in for the rescue. The only survivor that does not have borrowed time is the Explorer, and he seems to have gotten away, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. He's going to get rid of the tablet here and get the rescue. Cipher machine popped. 4-man endgame situation. Things are looking incredibly good for the survivor side, but then again, this is an Ivy. She has detention. It's endgame situation. She's going to be heavily guarding both exit gates, so survivors have to be very careful. They have to play this slow, and they have to really divert the Hunter's attention. Okay, we can see none of the exit gates are opening up. They may start healing soon. Hunter is going to be going on, and Nanako has 2 magnets left to utilize and was able to get that vault just in time. Ghost doesn't seem to be infecting anyone. We're going to utilize another magnet, get a push, and we'll be able to stun him against the barrel. No one at this exit gate, but we can see the embalmer is placing his coffin nearby, and I think he's placing the coffin on Zhao Di. So that means Zhao Di may be opening up the exit gates. Maybe. And Nanako is going to be infected as well. So infecting survivors all across the map. Is able to utilize his... but gets 100% corruption and is able to down the Prospector for the first time. While he's down, they're going to be able to have the opportunity to open up the exit gates, and both exit gates are being opened. This is his first chair. Ghost is heading towards factory area, factory gate. Cueist is opening that up. It has been opened up. Hunter has spotted Zhao Di, but he has a coffin, and the coffin that is right next to the cipher, the exit gate that's open. It looks like they're going for a 3-man escape, possible 3-man escape. Okay, GameKeeper is gonna get infected and teleported too. He's running, but he can't make it because he blinks and is able to down, and this is gonna allow the backdoor rescue. Is able to rescue Nanako. Hunter is going to be trying to chair the Gravekeeper, but both exits are open and all 3 survivors are running towards that exit. Is she going to be able to teleport, infect and teleport in time? Detention is over. Ooh. Okay, 2 survivors out. Last survivor out, and that's a 3-man escape for the side of MRC survivors. MRC Hunter going against Wolves survivors. We're going to be seeing the Clown on Ever Sleeping Town. Round 5, first half. This will most likely determine who the winner is because the total number of points are different. So even if they tie, one team is going to get more points for the total number of points. I add it all together. And the Hunter is going to be picking up some parts here as he goes for the first chase. It's going to be Weather as the Antiquarian. Oh, no, a little bit of back and forth here. Is able to hit the Hunter out of his drill form. Rocket form. Okay, a lot bit of, oh, another, ooh, got a hit. I think she was able to stun him out of his rocket form, but he still was able to get the hit onto the Antiquarian because she didn't hit him against an object, but I'll have to rewatch that. I don't know, I wasn't, okay. Ooh, loses the mind games, and it looks like she will be going down for the first time, a very early down for the side of this Antiquarian. And the basement is also here, so all of the worst combinations in this situation. Cypher Machines 50-50-40, so not looking too good. No decoders in the team comp, and a surprising early down on the survivors side. We got XMX coming in for the rescue as the Gravekeeper, so that works in favor of the survivors. At least he can drop down immediately. It prevents an early hit on the side of the survivors, because if he couldn't drop down immediately, that means he would have to go down the stairs where he'll eat a hit and then rescue, and then one of them will eat another hit, and then only one could survive outside of the basement. But if he can, oh, look at that, he waited till the Hunter dropped down. Okay, is able to get the hit onto the Antiquarian right away. The question is he going to stick around and wait for XMX, or is he just going to go for the immediate chair of the Antiquarian? So it looks like she was able to die far away in this corner, which allows the Gravekeeper to come out. And also the Gravekeeper can come in for another rescue because he's still at full health, and that's going to buy more time for the side of the survivors, because that means another survivor doesn't have to... Oh, actually, she is saved after half, so she'll be returning to the manor. First survivor eliminated. We see 2 Cypher Machines are completed. Third Cypher Machine 70, fourth Cypher Machine 50, and a 19 and 5 on the remaining 2 extra ciphers. Hunter changing targets. It looks like he's going to be going for the cheerleader, but nope, he's going to be changing to Titan, who is the aeroplanist. You can push the Hunter. Okay, you're going to utilize his rocket. Oh, and the Blink Connect is able to injure the aeroplanist for the first time. Third Cypher Machine just will be finished, and the last 2 Cypher Machines 60 and 40 going to utilize his dash. As soon as he starts his dash, the airplanist is going to utilize his rocket with the upper propel. Hunter is going to reinstall his rocket, pick up some more parts, and Jelly at the bridge area. Hunter is going to be back in his dash form. As soon as she drops down, he's going to have to run all the way down. She's going to make her way all the way back up the stairs. It's going to be a very thin area here. And, ooh, is able to get the hit and maneuver his way up the thin stairs. Okay, a little bit of baiting back and forth. Going to utilize her Motivate. And is able to make it to the window that he just used Blink, so the survivors know it's on cooldown. Last Cypher Machine 68, but it seems to be this one close by because they're starting a new Cypher, and is able to down this cheerleader. Not able to win the mind games on this pallet, will be going down for the first time. XMS already waiting outside the building, and Hunter will be running into him. And he's going to be dropping the cheerleader. He has to be careful here. We'll go inside of his shovel immediately and try to get as far away as possible. Hunter is changing targets and nope, no, he's not. He's with baiting them. And he's back on the GameKeeper. Will be eating a hit here. And going back to chair the cheerleader. Last Cypher Machine 80. XMX preparing for the... Oh, he's trying to push the Hunter away, and that's going to release the cheerleader. Now she's free. Cypher Machine's primed, popped, endgame situation. Hunter's going to be putting up his rocket parts on, and will be going for the dash, and it looks like he's going to be going for Jelly. Ooh, will be eating that hit, but it was while he was on the rocket dash, and so she'll only be half health hit, even though he has detention. Exit gates are being opened. The dungeon is here, so he's gonna have to down this survivor as quickly as possible. Ooh, flywheel! Cheer! Another cheer. Motivate! She's maneuvering, but the exit gate isn't open in time. She literally used every single one of her abilities. But unfortunately, the exit gate was not open, so she could not get that dungeon escape, getting the 2-man elimination for the side of MRC Hunter. Game 5, second half. Wolves Hunter going against MRC Survivors. We're going to have Ivy on Ever Sleeping Town. The win condition for Wolves is he needs to get a 3-man elimination. Anything less than a 3-man elimination is a win for MRC. She's going to be infecting the forward, but he's not going to be chasing the forward, and the ghost is now going towards Nanako, where he'll be able to infect the prisoner. Recalling the ghost is not the survivor that he's looking for. Will be able to run into the mechanic spot, also not the intended target. Looks like the ghost is looking for the mechanic or the acrobat, but most likely the mechanic. Oh, and it looks like the Hunter will finally be running into the mechanic. Xiao Di, trying to go as far away from her bot as possible, is able to get the 100% corruption, but she's hiding behind the pallet. And trying to play a little bit of mind games here. Is able to get the vault and some distance away, because the mechanic does have knee-jerk reflex as one of her traits. Meanwhile, the ghost seems to be going towards the bot. We'll be able to take the hit here. Oh, we got a wonderful stun support from the forward. And the ghost is going towards the bot to try and stop the Cypher progress. You can just infect him and just be recalled to the restaurant. A lot of back and forth here, but still not really committing on one survivor. Okay, he is committing on the mechanic, but sending the ghost off all the way to the Cypher machine, I feel like that's just spending a lot of time. And Cyphers are being finished. Okay, we got another infection onto the prisoner. Well, Cypher machines are progressing quite well because we have a lot of decoys. We have the prisoner and we have the mechanic, so yeah, he needs to start. He has abnormal. I see. Okay, a lot of infections going around the map. Mechanic waiting at the second story will drop down as soon as she sees the main body following her, and gets 100% corruption, is able to get the drop down hit, and will be able to cheer for the first time. One Cypher machine completed, second Cypher machine 96, third Cypher machine 60, and she was able to utilize the abnormal, so I was like, I feel like they should have had more progress, but that is why. We'll be infecting the acrobat. We got the forward coming in with the stun. Ooh, is able to get the stun, and will be able to get a free rescue. But he was infected. And the mechanic making her way back up the stairs has a pallet here. Nope, it was destroyed. So Hunter's just waiting. If she teleports, she's going to drop down. And still a lot of... Ooh, I thought there was going to be a forward waiting there for her. But thankfully, she's okay. Not stunned yet. And the main body's still going after the mechanic. No one inside of restaurant. Ghost looking for another person to infect. 3 Cypher machines have been completed during this time, and we'll be able to down this mechanic for the second time. For the side of MRC survivors, they're trying to at least get a 2-man escape. They just tie up round 5, and that's a win for them because they have more total number of points. So that is the goal. 100% corruption on the prisoner is able to eat a hit. Mechanic still decoding with her bot. And Cueist coming in for the rescue. He can utilize his bomb and make his way to the chair and is able to get the rescue. Not a lot of corruption on the mechanic. Taking a hit here is the acrobat. And the 4th Cypher machine almost primed. Ghost being sent towards the survivors. Since it will arrive there first, we'll be able to infect and immediately teleport to the mechanic. 100% corruption will be going down. And we'll be able to send the first survivor back to the manor. However, Cypher machines are now primed and ready. They may just pop so the acrobat can be back at full health. And we see the prisoner is at half health. But Hunter does have detention, so it doesn't really matter for the time being. Okay, he's going towards the gate, will be infected. Hunter's going to recall the ghost and then teleport to the gate, but he already has enough distance, so not able to get that corruption build up on the survivors. Hunter's gonna break the connection on the gates, the prisoner connection on the gates, but the Cypher progress is none. I mean, not Cypher progress, exit gate progress. Yep, he's just waiting. They're just trying to buy as much time as possible. Teleporting to the bottom tablet. 87% corruption. He has to be careful here. Is he gonna be able to make it to this pallet? He is, and the Hunter will blink. He fly wheels, but not enough distance. Okay, he uses his stab. He drops down, but does he have enough distance? Exit gate is being opened up. Hunter is fully committing and will be able to down the survivor for the first time. We got the bot opening up one of the exit gates. Another. Okay, we got the Aero Acrobat was infected, so that progress has lessened. We got the bot opening up one, so the Hunter has to go for this infection and needs to down this bot as well. A lot of things happening all around the map. Hunter is going to teleport to the portal. Okay, back to the chair. They're using the bot to rescue Nanako. It's gonna help. That's gonna get the other exit gate open because she needs to either commit on the prisoner. Brain's not working today. Exit gate is now open. 2 survivors. Are they at the exit gate? Hunter's gonna teleport nearby. 2 survivors. They are at the exit gate. And that's a 2-man escape for MRC, giving them the win for this matchup. Nanako is running towards the dungeon. Ghost is nearby, is going to be able to teleport to him right away. Did he? Okay, let's see. No flywheel available. But I think he's going to make it unless the Hunter gets scared. Okay, he can utilize his stab, and that's a 3-man escape for the side of MRC.